Well, good morning. It's Denny O. Falcone. Let me be the first to wish you a beautiful St. Patty's Day.
Long time ago when the earth was green, there was more kinds of birds than you've ever seen.
Oh, man, this is magic.
It's magical, isn't it? Jimmy hates it.
No, I don't.
You don't mind Dennis?
No, Denny, I don't mind. I hate this holiday.
Let's listen to the unicorn.
This is great.
Yay!
The loveliest of all was the unicorn.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, top of the morning.
Top of the morning to you, Sherrod Small.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, what
And Jim
a
Norton.
miserable day this is going to be in New York.
What was that?
I have a shout.
That was great.
What's the shout? Let me hear the shout again. I talked over it.
Jimmy looks so miserable.
Jimmy does not like St. Patty's Day.
I hate it.
He hates it.
Why do you hate St. Patty's Day?
Just because it just clogs up the fucking city like all these parades, and it's just... There's a whole bunch of stuff I got to do today, and it's getting around is going to suck.
Oh, man, it's going to suck.
What? The parade just goes right in the middle of Manhattan for the next, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours.
Everybody's going to be drinking. They're drinking right now.
Yeah, it starts at 11, but they start shutting things down in the next couple hours, and then it goes to, I don't know, like 5, something like that. They take their sweet time with this parade today.
I know the comic strip live every year. They'll have it. Richie Tinkin, who's Irish. They'll have it open from like 8, 9 in the morning. All his Irish boys come there before the parade, get loaded, and then come back after the parade. So they open from 9 to like 9 drinking.
That sounds like a good day.
That's a fucking...
If you're still a big drinker.
It's a scary day.
Jimmy's like,
So it's such an irritating... I don't like any of them. I don't like any of the parades. They're just...
Puerto Rican Day?
No.
You don't like to see those booties out there?
The view is nice, but it's another annoying
Puerto
day.
Rican Day parade is, that's all right. You get to see some juice.
Oh, you get to see... And you don't know what age is what.
That's what's scary.
That's the scary part.
Some of them could be 14 or 40.
They could be 12 and look like Jennifer Lopez.
Right. What the hell did those people do that they could look so good?
Perfect genetics.
It's really strange. There's too many parades in New York City, though.
Oh,
too
every
many.
time anybody celebrating any fucking holiday from whole country.
A lot in the summertime, I noticed.
They shut them down. They shut down the streets.
They throw a lot of those parades in the middle of summer when they know most people are out of here.
Yeah.
I can't even name all of them, but
The middle of March, we're fucking doing. Then they shut New York down.
He's
angry. It drives me nuts, dude.
It's festive.
I have some things today.
But everybody's so proud to be what they are, Jimmy.
Drunk. Fucking drunk in the middle of the street. Behave yourselves.
Do you ever get festive, Jimmy?
No, not with that. Not in the middle of the street in New York. No.
Right.
I have only maybe a drop of Irish in me, maybe. But I still like it.
Oh, yeah. I have less in me, and I still get drunk and like it.
Yeah. Maybe I'll...
I'm over it now, though. I used to be able to drink all day and fucking yell and scream and make out with some girl you don't know.
Oh, this holiday's for the young.
It's for the young.
You got to pace yourself on St. Patty's Day.
I always see an older gentleman in the middle of the street, drunk with his shirt up, with his stomach out.
He thought he could still do it.
He thought he could do it.
He thought he could still do
That
it.
son of a bitch can't do it no more.
He played one too many years in the majors.
Just a big fat red belly, exposed.
He's batting 115. He's like, fuck, I thought I could get one more year in. He's just puking everywhere. Trying to pick up the youngins, and no one wants.
I forgot all about it.
Pay
To tell you the
attention to
truth,
the guy.
I came in here like this. What's going on? Why is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I kind of did too. On the way to the news was on the way. I was like, oh yeah, I listened to it in the car.
Yeah.
And I lost information on my computer. I'm just like, oh, man.
How are you going to blame St. Patrick for that?
That's nothing to do with St. Patrick. I had a program on my computer where I kept a lot of notes.
Yeah.
And my new computer's not authorized to, like, you can only have 5 computers authorized. I guess over the years I have for my account.
Oh.
So at one point it took a bunch of apps off my iPhone. And one of them was like a text app, not like where you write, not where you text people. And I had a year's worth of notes in there. Not knowing that it doesn't back up right. And I noticed my phone had less apps on. So it's like, I guess it took them all, and I realized, oh no, I don't have this app anymore. And it fucking, so I reload it from my old computer, and it's a brand new version of the app. There's no notes on it. So the only thing I can hope is that on my new computer,
it's gotta be on there somewhere.
Where it first told me, hey, your computer not authorized, I'm hoping they have it, but I think I lost it. I'm so fucking angry. I could literally pick up a gun and shoot somebody.
They always say that stuff is somewhere.
They say that.
They always say it's somewhere.
But it's not.
Huh? Oh my God! Yes, Paul.
I have something that can help you. It's like a little recovery disc, and you just plug it in, and then you could recover your whole computer hard drive. I accidentally deleted a bunch of stuff off one of my hard drives, and it just plugged in. I mean, it took a couple days, but it recycled everything back.
But this is from. I hadn't backed this one up in probably 3 weeks, so I don't mind losing a month's worth of stuff if I have to.
You just don't want to lose all of them.
Dude, it's years worth of stuff, articles and all this stuff that was there and thoughts. And I'm fucking homicidal over it. that you can lose all that information so easily.
Easily, yeah, that sucks.
Well, I think Dennis Falcone should bring Jimmy back with a happy song.
Yeah!
How about a little U2 action? It is a beautiful day for the wearing of the green.
Sherrod, yes.
I love it.
I'm so happy you love this.
Oh my God.
That's so stupid.
How can you not like this?
This is not the issue.
What's the issue?
It's the parade and my fucking information being on. Those are the issues.
It's a beautiful day to wear green.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had the passion to do what you do, Dennis. I was there once. I just didn't have the passion for it.
I'll be doing a party tonight.
You will?
Oh, yeah.
Where's the party?
And an Irish wedding on Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
We really should have had a float out there. I don't want to have an Opie show float.
What? A float?
Yes, in the middle of the action with young Jimmy's face up there.
We can't even pay you properly, and you want us to spend money on a float?
We could have got a pickup truck and just jumped in the back of it.
Yes, some money apparently just opened up in the budget.
Oh, boy, did it. Oh, boy, did it.
Oh, man.
Go get yours, Sherrod. Go get yours.
Oh, man.
I don't think I don't think it's smart to have a float.
Look at that one. We could have had a nice little floaty float.
You can't have a pickup truck in the parade. Usually that means some bad shit's going on. Right? Those are the floats that always get in trouble when it's a pickup truck.
Yeah. Look at this one. We could have had that. Look at Jimmy. That like Jimmy on a float right there.
Yeah, the unborn kids are people too float. But that looks like a fun time.
Oh, boy. What a
the
blast.
The aborted fetus fucking float.
What, is that really in the St. Patty's Day parade?
Yes. Well, that's an old one, but yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
That's in 2008.
All right, Dennis. Jesus. All right, turn your music off.
The gays are marching this year.
Yeah. Could I play one for Chicago?
For Chicago?
Why do they want to?
The city of Chicago.
Has to be included.
When they make that river or lake green.
It's not a lake. Well, I guess it goes out to the lake.
Yeah.
Green River. Nice.
Or maybe a canal.
I like this song.
Yep.
We should just sit back and let Des Falcone play songs for us.
Yes, he knows the hits.
That Green River in Chicago, that cannot be healthy.
No.
It can't be healthy.
Well, they had a Green River in Flint, too. What happened there?
Yeah, exactly. And they didn't have to pay for their Green River.
Nah,
well,
that was free.
No, they're paying.
Well, yeah,
What do they
internally.
use? Food coloring, they say?
I guess, but it just... I don't know. That's
a lot of green. There's a lot of fucking green to turn that whole river.
They had some good coverage of it this year, them just spraying it as they go down the river. It's pretty impressive.
What are they putting in there?
1961, Stephen Bailey was approached by a plumber who was wearing some white coveralls. They knew this only because they could see some of the original color. What? These coveralls have been mostly stained or dyed a perfect shade of green. An Irish green, to better describe it. It was when Stephen Bailey asked how the coveralls got this way that they discovered that the dye used to detect leaks into the river turned green. Not just any color green, but the perfect color green.
Oh.
They say green a lot in that article.
Yes, they do. Say it a few more times.
So it was one of those things where it doesn't cause any harm to the water.
I don't know.
The fish can't like it, though, right?
Yeah, they're probably seeing it a little differently.
Yeah.
The fish can't be enjoying that shit.
They're so stupid they think it's Armageddon. Whatever fish go through during Armageddon, which is just continue swimming, do nothing about it.
They don't react to it?
I guarantee you every year they panic and they've made no adjustments. The fish.
Yeah, no.
They see no pattern and they've made no adjustments.
They are the dumbest animals on the planet,
just
right?
Fucking worthless.
Yeah.
They'll just accept anything. They can't even figure out nets yet.
No, they really can't. Just panic.
You would think they would get together and figure out the nets.
Can't swim backward.
Right.
That's right.
Idiots.
What is this? Oh, can't figure it out.
Yeah, they're just shitty.
How is that good?
I don't know. Because it looks very fluorescent-y, too. That looks like chemicals that could be a problem for something.
Be funny if it was gas.
Yeah. The old days, right? The river was so polluted it actually went up in flames.
Right, it's the burn.
It burned. Speaking of Flint, Michigan.
The Gowanus or something. Someone over here does that too.
Oh, well, that guy was trying to swim
And the Gowanus in Brooklyn or something? It was.
That's bad.
Wasn't he trying to swim it and realized, man, he was in trouble?
It was chunky. It's chunky water.
Yeah, but it was chunky and chemicals and his skin and his
He said he couldn't breathe.
And his eyes were burning. And, yeah, he couldn't get proper breathing going because he was.
Why is he swimming in a body of water in New York?
He was trying to prove that it was like filthy, I think.
No, wasn't
he?
I forget the story now. I feel like he was trying to prove it wasn't that bad, or no, maybe he was swimming it to show how. I don't know. We might have to look it up. Oh Jesus! Oh, black water, nice.
From the Doobie Brothers.
They ain't related, but they do be brothers.
Which doobie you be? Huh? No rerun.
I like Fred Berry trying to steal their music.
Dumbest thing ever.
Yeah,
It was great.
and they're like, "Well, how come we thought you were a friend rerun?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just taping this for Roger's mom. She has no legs. She's at home. She couldn't make the show."
Like, what would have happened with that tape? It would have been a shitty recording. Relax, Doobie Brothers.
It's had a big fat kid's coat.
Yeah. You should be happy that somebody was actually trying to bootleg you.
Somebody was trying to make this. Somebody was forcing rerun to do it. It was like a.
Yeah, it was Sweet Daddy or whatever his name was.
Okay,
I'm going to jail for a fat kid eating popcorn. That guy, he did like every 70s show he was in.
Yes.
I remember him. But
I forget his name.
Sweet Daddy on Good Times. Remember he was on Good Times.
I don't remember specific lines.
He was in a lot of black stuff.
Yeah, JJ. He was a really cool dude. He'd always pop up.
How do you know all these fucking episodes, Jimmy?
It's called having a childhood filled with booger eating and TV watching.
Oh, yeah, good times.
You enjoyed getting the book?
Oh, my God.
He was one of those kids.
2 hands in and wall scraping.
No.
Awful.
Jimmy, no.
Awful.
Wall scraping?
The inside of my nose wall scraping.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, just getting in there. By the way, that might be the best fucking sitcom song ever.
Good times.
Yeah. I can't think of a better one.
Dennis Will.
Yeah, Cheers was good, too.
Cheers was good.
That was up there.
We're on our way to having the worst discussion in history about sitcom songs.
I like Family Ties.
Yeah,
that was good.
We could cut that short then. What was the river swim all about, Paul? You figured it out?
He was just swimming on Earth Day to create awareness of the pollution.
Just how bad the pollution was.
Look, he's trying to keep his mouth out there. He
does look like a young Pete Rose.
Yeah,
look, he's having a tough time, and then he had to give up on his swim because it was that bad. Speaking of, you said the Flint problem there, Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
Why is the governor still in office?
Why is he not in jail?
That's crazy.
Well, he said it was his mistake, right?
Yeah, but you got to step down if you got shitty water.
And they figured it out. It was shitty a year before they switched it back.
Something like that. They were trying to save money and all this. He was fully aware of what was going on before it hit.
He's got to go to jail.
He shouldn't be the governor anymore at the very least. And yes, he should go to jail.
I don't know.
Fuck that guy, but he's still in office.
Yeah, he's still in office. Still said he's trying to fix the problem.
Yeah.
What does it take to take a politician out?
They're going to catch you stealing. Negligence or incompetence doesn't do it.
Right.
They got to catch you stealing. Like, I don't know what Blagojevich did, who we spoke about before.
Oh, yeah.
But what was he doing? Was he stealing money? He was doing something fucked up. Now, if they catch you, like, with your hand in the till, you're fucking done.
He was trying to get bribes.
Yeah,
for the seat,
bribes.
For his seat.
Bribes and you're finished.
Oh, boy.
And it's so tempting to take a bribe.
Why not?
Of course.
Why not? In the big cities it is.
Here you go, hey, it's got to get done anyway. Why not? I'd probably use your company anyway. Yeah.
He was trying to sell that Obama seat. Remember?
That's right.
That's
what it was. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the story. Yeah, I remember that.
How long was he in jail for?
I don't know.
Is he still in?
Oh, yeah.
He's definitely in with Jared Fogle.
Jared Fogle, yes.
Same joint.
No.
Same joint. We had this story yesterday, and it's the front page of the Daily News today. Knuckle sandwich for Jared Fogle.
Oh, yeah, that 60-year-old inmate, a burglar beat him?
We did the whole story yesterday because it broke on our show. Pedophile pitchman gets prison beat down.
Patton Oswalt had a funny tweet about this where the guy's name is Nig, and he says, Patton said something about do it, but he said, spell check your story at least 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Nig gave Jared Fogle a knuckle sandwich. I did it for families of his victims.
Oh, that's why he said, thank you, hero. Shut up.
I guess Travis was telling me that they're putting a lot of these Jared Fogle types in this joint.
Yeah, they have some like child molester program there.
And
Where
where
is prison?
Huh?
Where is it?
I don't know.
And
that's the guy who did it.
Yeah, inmate Stephen Nig is not.
Yeah, I know.
Is not happy that they're bringing a whole bunch of them to his joint there that he's in. And what is he in for again? He's in for
burglary?
Burglary, armed robberies.
Armed robbery, right?
He's a bad guy, but not like that level bad.
Well, Jared was burglaring too, right? He was
That's
a burglar.
true. He was stealing childhoods. Well, he was. They say I don't think they keep saying he was fucking young prostitutes. Like 16 and 17 is definitely illegal, and you got to go to jail for it, or 16 at least, whatever state.
Right.
But that part is not as bad. You still can't do it, but they make it look like he was fucking 8-year-olds. Well, they said he had like porn with 6-year-old kids in it.
What is that about?
He had a foundation or something, and his guy was helping. It's really creepy shit.
Yeah,
is it Arrested Development, Jimmy? That's what you think it is? Like,
I don't know. I don't get it. It's such an unsexy thing.
I loved 8-year-olds when I was an 8-year-old. Then when I turned 9, nigga, I was like 8-year-old too young for me. You know what I'm saying? You progress in life, but some people get stuck there.
You were acknowledging 8-year-olds as sexual beings?
Oh, I used to hump the shit out of them when I was 8.
Wow.
Now they're just intellectual equals.
Yeah. At 12, when you're 12, your girlfriend is 12 years old with you. And you were into 12-year-olds. Sure. But then you 14, you like this. I can't do a 12-year-old no more. They fucking whack.
I literally don't get it. I don't understand.
It's disgusting. It's the development. It's development getting frozen somewhere.
It is. No, it's absolutely disgusting. But what happens? Like, I'm a weirdo.
Right.
I like dirty stuff, and I'm a fucking weird guy. So I understand. Like, my turn-ons are weird to people, but this one I just don't fucking see.
Yeah.
Colin Quinn.
Someone's very snazzily dressed.
He's got his.
Hey, thanks for not wearing green, you scumbags.
I found that on St. Patty's Day when I got here.
I'm not a big fan of the holidays.
I heard Norton's upset because he has to run errands. What a jerk.
I have a bunch of things to do today that are work related.
He wants the whole city to.
No, they're work related things, and I would like the city to be clear and ready for business.
He wants the city to shut down so he can get around town.
I like it better here.
Yeah, sit in that
Why
corner.
in the corner?
Hey, I said it last time with Boss and Bonnie on their horrible show, and it was fun.
Yeah. Why don't you have an intro song for the great Colin Quinn?
I want him to put his cans on first.
Oh, can you put your cans on
Wrong one,
first?
Carl. The other one.
He probably has a song for you
You
today.
got to turn the volume up too.
We got
Better be a good one, Denny.
We got a live DJ in house, Dennis Falcone.
By the time I see you.
Let's play one for Colin. The mighty Quinn is here this morning.
He's heard that one a million times.
I still like it.
I still like it.
That's a good one.
I really do.
Manford Man.
And not yet the Earth Band. That didn't happen till the 70s when they got blinded by the light.
Hey, Denny, who wrote this song?
Oh, I could tell you. Robert Zimmerman.
Oh, yeah. Did he? Wow.
Robert
I like his later work more.
Yeah.
Will you tell one of your serfs to bring me a glass of ice and some equals, please?
You're very demanding this morning, sir.
I know.
Can I get a cup of coffee, too?
2 Diet Cokes and a roll? That's the worst breakfast ever.
Yeah, I'm so demanding that I brought my own shit in. That's how demanding I am.
That's a terrible breakfast.
Fuck this. Come on, cut the bullshit, guys.
We gave you a song and everything. We're in a good place.
I know,
We're in a good place.
We're in a good place. You're right.
Let's try to stay in a good place.
You're right.
Got any lies for us today? I was just thinking about that
Sherrod,
again.
you weren't here last time.
What happened?
I got caught in a lie.
What was the lie?
I got to retweet the video. He was
I
talking.
didn't get caught. I kind of caught
He
myself.
panicked.
I
We
just
weren't even.
realized halfway through I was lying.
Didn't I catch you?
Yeah.
That's different then.
No, I caught myself.
Oh, okay.
You just asked me a question. I go, actually, I'm lying.
Can we play this for Sherrod while you get settled in?
Yeah, sure.
Well, Colin Quinn gets settled in. This is one of my favorite things in months.
Okay.
Because we were just chit chatting with Colin, and then he panics on his own story.
So they're lying?
It was a story about a truck or something that he lost.
Starts off all nice,
Right.
How about Liar Liar from the Castaways?
What the?
Man, that's good.
This is how it's going to be for the next hour. Colin, you're enjoying it now, but just wait.
Man, that was perfect.
All right, turn your shit off. This is for Sherrod, just to get him up to speed. This was the last time Colin was in.
Okay.
Because they were just
I
smashed.
remember I had a Ford Bronco in like 1992, and I parked it in Bay Ridge, and my cousin goes, "Don't leave it overnight." I go, "I'm only
stop
leaving
for
it
1 second?
3 in the morning." Here's how stupid I am. Just now when I heard that, I was looking at the paper. I was like, "Oh, I had a Ford Bronco in 1992."
It's going to be a long St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, it is.
Because they were just smashed.
I remember I had a Ford Bronco in like 1992, and I parked it in Bay Ridge, and my cousin goes, "Don't leave it overnight." I go, "I'm only leaving it from 3 in the morning to 7 in the morning." And I gotta look. He goes, "Don't do it." I drove it from LA, and he goes, "Don't do it." I go, "It's 4 hours." I left it. They got it in 3 hours.
All true
so far.
Yeah.
All true
Did you
so
get it
far. He
back?
knew.
Did they leave anything behind? They took the whole thing?
The whole thing.
You ever get it back?
Ford Bronco was a big deal in those days. But yeah, they just, excuse me for 1 second.
Yeah. What now?
Equals.
Throwing shit and rolling.
Yeah, he threw
I'm shook as I roll.
Yeah, he threw the Splendors at rolling.
This is the TV show Bronco.
Bronco. That's obscure.
I didn't like rolling fingers in my cup.
Oh yeah, that's his way of holding the cup. He puts his fist in and lets them expand at the bottom.
All right, back to the story. Where are we? So you're trying to park this Bronco.
So basically, the story's true right now.
Yeah, so far so good. And look, we're just having a conversation.
Regular conversation.
That's the beauty of this audio.
He was like, it must have took like 2 hours. Yeah.
Were you sad?
No, my cousin told me, but I felt
You had
the
to be
same.
sad though.
I felt like he must have known the guys. You know?
He was probably in on it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's like, don't leave it. Where are you going to leave it?
Yeah.
Oh, 74th between 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't in on it, but he knew all those guys, from the bars and shit, I guess.
And just knew.
He just knew it was like there was a ring, and they must just drive around all night doing that.
Did you report it?
Yeah, of course.
And you never got it back.
No.
Are you still looking for it?
The Bronco. Well, actually, I'll be honest with you. What happened was they broke in, and they were in the middle of robbing it, and a cop car drove up the block, and then I think they got away, but it was like they messed up the whole steering column and everything because they were cutting the steering column and cutting the club off. But I didn't want to
You
tell
had the
whole
club on it?
I didn't want to tell the whole story.
Yeah.
So instead, I just lied and said they stole the whole thing. You guys kept pushing me. So then finally, I was like, "Oh shit! Now I got to tell the whole story."
Well, Colin, you know what you have to do, right, buddy? You have to keep on trucking.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Let it be, Jimmy.
Anyway, we'll tweet out the whole video, the whole story.
That's right.
So they fucked up the steering column.
But he collapses. We're not even like pressuring him on his
Investigating
story. We're just asking a couple light.
that was just a
follow-up
question.
questions.
Yeah.
Very light follow-up questions, and he panicked, and he had to admit he was lying.
Because a cop could have called in on the show like, "Nah, I worked that case.
Yeah.
Colin's a fucking liar."
Right.
Got to keep on trucking, guys.
Got to keep on trucking. You kind of interrupted the whole.
Why? What was the flow?
He ruined the flow on that one. It's all right though. It's St. Patty's Day. No one gives a fuck.
Well, we guys talking about Jared. I saw Jared up here when I went.
We were talking about Jared.
An American tragedy.
He got a knuckle sandwich according to the
he was
Daily
framed.
News.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was set up by police.
Terrible.
There's something about his smile and his teeth that's really punchable.
Yeah.
Like Kirk Cinnamon.
No, Kirk Cinnamon. There's nothing wrong with Kirk Cinnamon.
Kirk Cinnamon probably likes St. Patty's Day.
Kirk
I would
Cinnamon's
assume.
probably got a Jared history.
That's not true. Kirk is a good boy through and through. There's been temptations to darken Kirk up a little bit.
By who?
By Jim Norton.
Oh, by Jim Norton. Okay. Oh, really?
Haters.
But you have other characters that are dark.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, oh my God.
That's why Kirk has remained pure and full of joy.
Pure and
yeah,
like his picture,
like virgin snow.
Yeah, he's just a happy man.
He looks very happy.
Yeah, he brings joy.
Wow.
Now, why was that guy in? Isn't he in like protective custody or something?
It's not in that jail, no.
It's
minimum security.
I think it is one of those kind of minimum security, but they have a program where they send a lot of these sex offenders, and this Steve Nigg really doesn't appreciate that.
And he's not a sex offender himself.
No, he's in there for armed robbery.
Armed robbery, yeah. But I think it's low security. That's why Jared's there too.
How is it minimum security for a guy that did armed robbery?
He probably did a lot of years. This might be a reward.
Oh, maybe this is at the end. So he's fucking up his time.
Who knows?
He's an oldie but goodie.
They're probably going to have to add some shit onto his time.
Or what if they transfer him out of minimum security and put him in a maximum security?
He might be comfortable there. He might not be afraid of those guys, and he might be sick and tired of these fucking pedos.
Yeah, he's had it.
Pedos.
He just can't stand them.
So,
pedos.
And Jared has gained, 40 pounds in jail? We learned
30 pounds.
30, because he loves cake day.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 pounds.
And
honey
he's stress eating.
20 pounds of semen. Deal with it.
Oh, he's stress eating.
He's stress eating, all right.
All he had to do to make all that money was just don't eat bad food and don't fuck children.
Right. And don't turn your computer on.
He couldn't do it, Jimmy.
Couldn't do it.
It was too much to ask.
You know what it is? His teeth come together perfectly when he smiles. That's why he's hateable. Jared. His teeth are just punchable.
He's gained 30 pounds in 3 months.
He looks like he's a little fat in that picture.
Yeah, he was getting fat in some of the older in the newer.
Sherrod?
I enjoy it. Fat Boys. Disco
My God,
3.
this is all. These guys all dead or alive.
One's alive. Prince Marky D still alive.
Prince Marky D. Who's the other guy?
Two's alive, right?
Two was the name?
I think two of them are alive.
I think two of them are dead.
I think we only lost one. Right?
I think one. I thought just a human beatbox died.
I think that's it.
Yes.
And the other one lost mad weight.
Ask Denny.
Denny, do you know anything about the Fat Boys?
One
I
lost
just
mad
thought
weight.
one died.
Yeah, one died.
I think one is gone.
I think
Darren
Disorderlies.
Robinson, Buffalo died.
Disorderlies was their peak.
Oh, Disorderly.
I didn't like that one.
They got a lot of money
They
for
didn't,
that.
even, they didn't even make it into who's the man?
Yeah.
Yeah, God, that was a big album.
He died in 1995?
Can I see the front of that album again?
Shit.
Yeah. The other one lost a lot of weight. He's like Diesel now, like a fucking trainer.
No, he's not Diesel.
Get a picture
Show
of
me a
him.
picture of
Like Jared.
him being Diesel.
Yeah, he's Diesel now.
Wow.
He's
a
the new
different,
Subway guy.
Remember that awful song on the second album, The Fat Boys Are Back?
That's him. The picture.
Wow.
Yeah, he looks like he's a bit Diesel.
He lost a lot of weight, man.
Huh.
That's Prince Marky D.
No, Prince Marky D is at the top. He's still, I think, like music executive.
Nice.
They were.
What about
a lot of dumb money.
What about Frank Sinatra Jr.? Holy fuck!
He died.
What?
Frank
Well, he
Sinatra.
was 72.
Last night?
Where were you last night? It was everywhere.
I was out drinking with Ann Coulter.
Good for you.
All night?
Not all night.
You
Mind
guys
your
got
business.
You guys got a little something something.
So we
going
just
on?
after we did no.
A little something something.
No.
What'd you do?
We just went across the street and had drinks after the show last night.
you do,
Race
really?
Wars.
A few pops?
And Aisha Barry, who was on the show, model, young hot model.
Nice. Good for you.
Sounds like my speed.
I wonder what color she is.
Yeah, Frank Sinatra Jr. was down in Daytona Beach. Dennis Falcone.
Well, I know he was the conductor the music director for his dad, and the conductor for the orchestra.
His dad just threw him a bone.
Well, and the conductor for Sinatra's orchestra, his name was Vincent Falcone. No relation.
No
Right.
shit.
That's what they all say.
Yeah.
No relation.
No relation.
I'll call my uncle.
72 though. He had died heart attack.
Wow.
Getting ready to perform down there in Florida.
I feel like he led a tortured life because he was Frank Sinatra Jr. What do you
Right there.
I think you're
Released
onto
after
something.
paid a ransom. I didn't know about that.
Oh, yeah, when he was a young kid. They got kidnapped.
That was right after JFK.
Yeah.
Right? A couple weeks or a couple days after JFK's death.
So he gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
By who? Did they ever get the guy who did it?
Sure they did.
Yeah.
Two guys.
They tuned him up.
Tune them
Is
up.
he
Tune
dead?
them up.
They killed
No,
him?
I don't think so. I think they were just like I think the mob went after them, but the police caught him.
Yeah.
I'm just making this up.
How old was Junior when they kidnapped him?
I think he was about 9.
They found him playing in a Bronco parked in Brooklyn.
Oh, he was in 20. All right.
He was in his 20s?
He was
late teens, maybe? Late teens.
19.
He was kidnapped 19. He was
19.
Harrah's at Lake Tahoe, room 417. He was released 2 days later after his dad paid $240,000 ransom demanded. Barry, John, and Joe, these guys' names, prosecuted, convicted, sentenced to long prison terms. They served only small portions. And one of the guys was judged legally insane, the mastermind, and not guilty or responsible. Famed attorney Gladys Root represented one of the 3 men.
But I heard it was room 415. Is that true about 417?
I don't know. We're going to settle on 416. A rumor at the time was that Frank Sr. arranged an attempt to gain publicity for his son's fledgling secret. Oh, God.
There was a rumor that it was set up.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
While Norton was reading that Wikipedia thing, that was the worst moment in the history of the show.
Well, I didn't want to give too many
I wanted to
details.
leap over the counter.
I didn't want to give too many
I said the
details.
attorney was Gladys.
There was a lot of that.
I wanted to stab him.
Well, don't be mad at me. I'm just reporting the news.
You really were.
Don't kill the messenger.
That's pretty wild.
So,
72.
He never got out of his father's shadow.
How could you if your father's Frank Sinatra?
He was singing his dad's songs. That's what he was going to do in Florida.
Yeah, he should have been like Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin's son. They did like bands like Dino, Desi, and Billy. That was
stop singing your dad's shit.
Yeah.
Well, what else is he going to do?
First of all, what I just said was not just information. It was a challenge to Denny.
It was a challenge.
When I said Dino, Desi, and Billy.
The song was called I'm a Fool.
Who's this?
This is Frank Sinatra Jr.?
No. Dino, Desi, and Billy.
Oh, Dino, Desi, and Billy. All right, there you go.
I wanted to hear Frank Sinatra Jr. singing Swinging on a Star.
You want to hear that?
I want you for a second. There's a video.
That's a video.
Wow. Dino, Desi, and Billy.
Oh, okay.
They didn't go
Dean
anywhere,
Martin's
though.
Son, Jerry Lewis's son, had a band called... what was the name of Jerry Lewis's band?
Gary Lewis and the Playboys.
Oh, yeah, right.
And Dino and Desi on his...
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I don't know who Billy was.
Do you want to hear Frank Sinatra Jr.?
For 1 second,
All
yeah.
right.
Gary Moonbeam, small and shy, and be better off than you are. Or would you rather be a mule? Here now.
He ain't got it.
He ain't got
It's
it.
not as bad.
Mule is an animal with all funny ears.
What's the point of this fucking song?
It's
Would you rather be a mule?
it stinks. Sinatra stinks.
I would have Billy Joel again.
Sinatra doesn't
Oh, no, that's
stink.
right. That's right. Norton hates Sinatra.
Hate him. But I think his voice was good. I just don't like this
What
song.
about Summer Breeze?
That's very charitable of you. How about Summer Wind? You're thinking of Seals and Crofts.
Oh, Summer Breeze. Summer Breeze.
Summer
That's right.
Wind is
Summer
fucking
Wind,
average
sorry.
at best.
That was awful.
I was thinking Seals and Crofts. Good pickup, Colin Quinn.
I'm like the Denny Falcone of this seat.
Yes. I wish you were like the Frank Sinatra Jr.
Is that all we know about Frank Sinatra Jr.?
He didn't have the pizzazz his father had.
His last album
No.
he put out in 2006.
That's hard to follow in those shoes if you're just going to sing his songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you expect?
Well, how about you go do something else with your life?
Please.
He probably
tried.
He probably had a nice career though as Frank Sinatra Jr.
He got a lot of pussy, though, I'll tell you that.
A lot of puss.
Frank
You think
Sinatra
so?
Jr. just arrived in Vegas.
Right?
think so?
Those whores don't care.
When
Yeah,
he
they-
was 19 and
Plus, they-
20 in the 60s,
Definitely.
oh boy, he must have been rolling in cunt.
Oh,
Yeah, in the 60s when the Beatles and I'm sure Frank Sinatra Jr. was getting all the hot pussy, you goddamn idiots.
Well, I'm sure he
had
didn't
to be.
enough.
He didn't get laid till 1985. Dino, Desi, and Billy had the right idea, you know?
Maybe.
They were like,
Band.
we're going to try to do our thing. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
try to do our thing and get some groupies going.
So you think he was a little too late to jump on the Sinatra pussy train?
I do.
right.
I think, just like...
and Billy was who? Who was the Billy kid? Who was?
I don't know.
I think that was Doris Day's son.
What?
I believe so.
Wow.
I didn't know anything
Oh,
about
no,
that.
Billy Hinchy. That's Billy Hinchy, who now plays with the Beach Boys.
What?
Jesus.
Yeah.
How do you know that crap?
Desi and Billy,
Yeah, Billy Hinchy, I believe, right?
How many hits do they have? Just that one?
Yeah, that was basically their biggest.
There he is.
Yeah.
There he goes. He looks like a Hawaiian.
Looks like Bob
he
Levy.
looked Hawaiian as
It does look like Bob.
Nah, I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. We're going to get fucking Desi on as Junior. It's going to be fucking great.
He was the Levy of that band.
He looks just like Levy.
That's Bob Levy.
Holy,
Jesus.
I'm telling you, it's going to be fucking great.
I booked us. Listen to me. I booked us this weekend. What are you
Fucking
doing?
Dean Martin's son, I'm telling you.
Come on, Jimmy.
Can't help it. I'm proud of myself for that.
He Rudy Tootied.
Yes, I did.
How, you farted?
Yes, I did.
All right. It is
Lick
St.
one out?
Patty's Day.
You shouldn't do that on St. Patty's Day.
Gotta do it on St. Do you like St. Patty's Day, Colin?
Sure, I do. I love it.
Why do you have the jacket? Well, you have a sports coat. Why?
Because it's kind of like an Irish thing. What I'll do is, Jim, I'll wear the jacket, which I know it's not really green, but it's got a greenish hue to it.
Sure.
No, it's brown. It's
I'll get like
corduroy.
one of those. I'll get one of.
It's fucking hideous.
It's not.
It is. Social studies sub.
I see green in there. You got earth tones going on
70s social
today.
studies stuff. Then I'll get like a nice little carnation. I'll throw it in there. And I'll be walking around like a gentleman Irish guy.
It's the return of Column, I think.
Yes.
They'll rush you out there. When they rush you out there, if they see you out there in that parade.
Oh my God, they love me. They
love you.
People expect me to be up on a float.
Me too. I said they should have a float for the show.
Yeah.
Let's get drunk and get out there, get Jimmy out there.
There should be a float.
Why aren't you on a float, Colin?
What's that?
You should be on a float.
Yeah.
I should, but I like the idea of the float, the show having a float, because it's a very strict parade. So if it was a float for the show, it'd be kind of like, we'd be the wild ones.
We would be.
You know, like all the fans would, the people on the sideline, like, hey, all the kids from Suffolk County. But I'm just saying, that's who
Yes.
what do you think this parade is for?
Yes.
It's the 17-year-old Suffolk County kids.
Are you trying to say our reach is Suffolk County and that's it?
I know, I'm just saying that's who this
just for the
Our
parade.
reach is the kids that get arrested at the parade.
I agree.
So if you're from Suffolk County, you come into New York for the parade. And a little Jersey action, too, right?
And Philly and Jersey, yeah.
They come up from Philly for this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. We could have had a little float like that. Look at that.
That's a beautiful float for
Will
us.
you watch the parade?
And you put O and J in
O&J.
the middle of it.
What kind of float is that?
Yes.
That's a beautiful float.
What is it?
It's not a beautiful float. It's
What is it
awful.
supposed to be?
Leprechaun
It's a fucking green thing.
No, it's a bunch of shamrock.
a leprechaun hat.
Take my hand. The floaters float on. Nice. Great song. Denny.
That's making
Bravo!
He's always right there.
He's always right there. That's a good
I'm
pickup.
Sherrod, you know, all of us white guys used to go, cancer, and my name is Larry, and laugh. And you have people's awful astrological. How seriously you guys took astrological signs.
Listen, it's
Cancer, my name is Larry. My name is Charles.
it's the key to the universe, Colin.
Wait, are they saying that in this song?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they all do their signs.
They go through all of them.
And there's so many
My name
people
is
later.
Charles, and I want a woman who loves everybody and everything.
Everything.
But the rappers in it too. I'm Cowboy and I'm a Libra. Everybody fucking told you your signs.
It's a great song.
Now, is this a gay float? This is a gay pride float.
Yeah,
For the
she's got a
parade.
fist.
We'll have none of that, sir.
Yeah, what gave that away that it's a gay float?
Of course, just have a rainbow on it.
Oh, stop.
How did they just want to take the rainbow?
They
though,
took the
man?
rainbow away from everybody.
Snatched it.
You can't wear a rainbow.
No, they just wanted to share it, and everybody said, you can have it. And walk away.
That's exactly what happened.
That's all it is. The Rainbow Coalition, the fucking Irish, they're like, the rainbow's yours, guys.
Yeah, who hates a rainbow? Yeah, you can't do...
Okay, guys, like that, you can come back. We just want to be a part of the rainbow. We don't want the whole thing to like.
no, you
all
can have
yours.
it. It's all yours.
Oh, they had it since Wizard of Oz anyway.
Was it of Oz?
Oh, Dennis is faded out fast. He's got an idea.
Uh-oh.
I don't know this one.
Jimmy?
Oh, look at me.
What the hell? Denny's gone wild.
What was that other part?
That was just a little intro so I could grab this one.
It's filler music.
What are you, K-Slay?
We don't need filler music. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, of course. That one was pretty obvious.
What's this?
Kermit.
Fucking Kermit the Frog?
Yeah, the Muppets.
So, Colin, where
Wait,
do
is this the one? Sorry, is this the one Paul Williams wrote or no?
Yeah. Yeah, he wrote this. So, Colin, where are you going to be? Where's your spot for St. Patty's Day? Or do you have to wander?
yeah.
Well, I got to go down to the doctor at about 10:15 on East 54th and 3rd. So that's going to be a little tight.
What?
Talk about errands, Jim. This is the ultimate errand.
I got to be on Fifth Avenue.
What?
What?
Exactly.
I
On
know
what
you do not.
street?
Down in the 20s.
Oh,
you're gross. Shut up.
Yeah, but you can't take cars there.
So what? Take the train. You're the master of the train now.
I will. It just annoys me.
You just don't know which train to take. Why don't you admit it? Say, Carl, tell me what train.
I have an app. I don't need to know what train.
Just say, Carl, I am the fucking app.
All right, Carl, what train do I take?
Well, if I was you, I'd walk up to 749 to 7, take the R.
Well, I'm coming from my house. I won't be coming from here.
Oh, well,
train in vain.
That's a horse of a different color.
I get this one, Dennis.
Why?
Train in vain. The Clash. Or Jim Norton.
I like Dennis. He's on the damn roll. I like this. You know, you don't understand? I love music behind people talking. I swear to God. I was always...
I prefer it over them talking.
You prefer anyone in particular?
Nice.
Why have to go to the doctor?
I like
Why?
Yeah, it was just a checkup?
No.
Whoa. Wow.
Something wrong?
Nothing like that. Well, nothing's wrong, really. Just business. I have a bad foot.
You have a bad foot?
Yeah.
What happened to your foot?
It's just messed up.
From what?
I just got like I screwed it up years ago, but
kicking ass.
It comes back.
No, I doubt that's what it was from.
Okay.
How'd you screw your foot up? Oh, footloose. It's called DJ Autism on the case.
How'd you screw up your foot years ago? And is it in your book? Is the story in your book?
No.
All right, I'm just asking.
What happened?
You said years ago.
I don't even barely remember. I just know my foot started to kill. You know, I started getting plantar fasciitis years ago.
What's that?
The top?
That, you know.
What's plantar fasciitis?
You know, I can't remember what the other term is. Like, what do you call it? Heel spurs.
Heel spurs.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the bottom.
You like your corns?
No, it's internal. It's
Wow,
heel spurs.
like that.
But
You
under the
can't
skin.
see it.
It's under the skin.
Well,
It's under the skin. It's
well, we
heel
can see
spur.
these. Oh, you don't have plantar's foot.
No.
Okay.
No, it's your heel. It's in your heel.
So what do
every
they
time
do
you
for
step-
Oh yeah, like that.
What? Like what?
I've seen that picture at the doctor's office.
This diagram?
Yes.
So it's back here, this irritating
Yes.
here.
Oh.
So it hurts, right?
Oh heavens! I mean, you see how red that picture is.
So you get a little inflammation down there.
So what do they do for it?
Yeah.
Just a bunch of exercise. Sometimes they give you a shot.
Exercise?
Yeah,
How does that help it?
just different stretches.
Stretching.
And stuff. But they give you shots.
Because it's a muscle, right? It's a muscle
Yeah.
that's pulling.
Do you got some padding
the
in
nerve. Yeah.
You got padding in your shoes to make it a little easier? Or?
Yeah.
All right.
You're walking around with nurse shoes. Old man in it. Got
Yeah.
some nursey nurses.
Take care of your feet. Keep your feet dry. In Vietnam, was always your feet.
He's wearing the same shoes as a Haitian nurse.
You gotta slip into those boogie shoes.
Yeah, I mean, I have an eel spur. That sucks.
So it's acting up, and you got to go and.
It doesn't suck. It's the least horrible disease you could get at this point.
Well,
Yeah.
it does suck
I'm
though,
waiting
because
for
you have
something that's going to kill me.
because every time you walk, you have to think. You're like, all right, I want the ow.
Ow, ow, ow,
It
ow,
beats
ow,
turf
ow.
toe, though. Turf toe got to be worse than that.
What's
shit.
turf toe?
When the fucking, every time you step, it feels like glass and knives are going into
Oh,
your toe.
yeah.
Because when you stop short, it like pulls the skin off the bone.
Oh,
That's brutal.
is that when? There's another one too, which is what's the one from too much salt?
Diabetes.
No, that's sugar. This fucks your feet up. Too much salt.
Oh.
Gout.
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 That's supposed
gout.
Gout's supposed to be a motherfucker.
That's like the rich man disease, don't they call it that?
Yes.
Because of fatty foods and you
Yeah.
had good socks.
They say that you're fucking
Fatty foods. The ghetto's eating fatty foods.
Fatty foods, too. Add to gout.
You know what, dude?
Why do you guys have? Why do you guys have?
Wow.
Why do you guys have callers anymore? This is the kind of thing I'd want to hear. Like a caller would show some horrible picture of their foot.
We could take some calls.
You guys don't believe in calls.
Oh, wow.
We could take calls. I'll take a
That
call
was
right
a
now.
Or like St. Patrick's Day stories,
All
like
right,
the
let's-
worst St. Patrick's Day beating they ever got. Or,
All right, let's start
That
with
I
this
would
one.
like to hear.
Chris in Jersey, go ahead.
Good evening.
I am an owl.
Oh yeah.
Chris?
Yeah, can you get Dennis the hell out of there? Because it's starting to get really annoying.
Give us a good St. Patty's Day story if you want Dennis to leave.
Hello, Mr. Telephone Man. Crack this one up from the new edition.
Yes. That's back when Bobby
one time-
had it. This is when Bobby Brown still had it.
Yeah, he did.
Because one time this kid I knew, we went to the parade, we lost track of him, and they said he woke up the next day. I didn't see it, but two other friends of mine saw him the next morning. They woke up and they were somewhere up in Manhattan. He's lying in the middle of 86th Street, naked.
No.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what's going to happen today.
Oh, yeah.
It always happens.
It's a great
We always
day
have
to
a
walk
couple
around.
of stragglers like 1 in the morning.
Trying to keep it going.
Can't make it back to fucking Penn Station.
There's so many fights on like 2nd Avenue up there.
Oh, yeah.
Why on 2nd Avenue up? Oh,
it's on the Irish bars over there.
Yeah, it's a little couple blocks over from the parade. Good spot.
My friend who went to Mike Shoemaker, who he runs Seth Meyers show, but he grew up in the Bronx, and he said he went to like Cardinal Hayes or something, and he said they would make the announcement. And this is like whatever year it was, and they go, boys. They announced on the loudspeaker, stay out of the 80s. That was it, and everybody knew what that meant.
Yeah.
Don't go to the 70s. Don't go to the 80s.
Why were the 80s bad?
I don't know.
All the Irish bars, I guess, over there.
Stay out of the 80s.
There was something going on in the 80s.
Yes.
I remember one year it was just a brawl in the street. Like on 80, like right by the strip, near the strip, like 83rd and 2nd.
Oh, my God.
It turns out it was all firefighters and off-duty cops. Drunk and going at it.
Yep.
I got the fuck off the streets.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
Oh, yeah.
That
like
happens a lot.
15 on each side. Just, I'm like, what is this?
and no one arrested in the end.
No.
They just saw their own issues.
No, one group arrested and the other group not. I wonder who got arrested. All the firemen are in jail.
Yeah, I guess it depends how the fight went.
Everybody's jealous because everybody hates cops and loves firemen. So the cops naturally, they must resent it because everybody's always the firemen. And cops like, we work 7 days a week,
Yeah.
Everybody loves the firemen. They can do no wrong.
They're the heroes, huh?
Yeah, they are. They're stopping fire.
They take more pictures with the tourists, the firemen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% right.
I see a lot of NYPD too, man. Like they'll just stop like they're
in the Times Square area.
Man.
They do,
People love them.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a St. Patty's Day story for Colin. You asked for this.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you control this, please. It's Randy in North Carolina. Ooh. For Colin Quinn. Go ahead, Randy.
What's going on, boys? I was celebrating St. Patrick's Day up in Minnesota a couple of years ago, and a bunch of my buddies were at a bar just hanging out, drinking some beers. And eventually, somehow, in the middle of the night, we decided to go outside and stick our dicks to a frozen light pole.
White boys.
Yeah, that's some drunk white boy shit right there.
I tell you.
But we ended up having to call the fire department because the people in the bar wouldn't allow us to get any like hot water or anything. So the fucking fire department had to come all the way out to this bar and get 4 fucking dicks unstuck from this light pole. And then I had to end up going.
Wow.
And I ended up having to go to the hospital and get my dick wrapped in this fucking gel put on it because it ripped the skin off my dick head.
Oh.
Were you trying to do like that movie, whatever that movie is?
Oh, Christmas Story?
Yeah.
With the tongues?
Yeah, instead of my fucking dick.
Oh, my God.
Now they took the skin off. Is it still, like, affected now?
No, it didn't scar or anything like that. It was just ripped the top layer of skin off of it. It burned like a motherfucker, especially when they put that burn gel or whatever on it. Oh, fuck.
Oh, I bet. It's the worst nightmare. But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Which one of the 4 guys, when you guys were first doing it, was kind of looking you in the eye like, hey, let's take this to the next level?
It was my friend
There's
Mike.
always one. Mike, yeah.
Mike, there you go.
Of course it was Mike.
Like, I don't think really anybody just said, hey, let's go do this. We just all walked out there and we're like, hey, why don't we just stick our dicks to a pole?
Yeah. Sounds like a funny idea.
I don't think I would have waited for the fire department. I would have ripped that.
I would have
had to rip that shit off the pole.
I would have got him off with a box cutter.
But why do you need a fire department for hot water? Couldn't the bar just get
He
you nice?
said they wouldn't do that.
That's the thing. The bar wouldn't do it.
You
because
should have
of
sued them for your penile. You should have sued the bar.
Yeah. All right, we got to go because now
That's a
we
good
got
story.
we got a lot of St. Patty's Day stories for Colin.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right, thank you. This one it says he has a hilarious St. Patty's Day story. Let's go to this.
Frozen dick.
Hi, who's this?
Hey, what's going on? That happened to me one time, too. I got my pecker stuck to something. But it was one St. Patty's Day, and I was out with my boys and shit, and we're, like, laughing and fucking banging a bunch of chicks. And then I stole, like, the float, and we're riding around on the float and, like, fucking playing music and shit and throwing beers on everybody. And the fucking mayor comes out, and he gets on the float. He's like, what's going on? I don't want to say my name, but he's like, hold on, Chip. and we're fucking riding the float and shit. It was crazy. We had it for like a week.
It's only funny because you can imagine the loneliest St. Patrick's Day Chip and one shitty friend of his by themselves with like one small bottle of blackberry brandy.
Trying to cause havoc.
Nobody gives a shit.
We stole a float. What did you do? We were riding around the city fucking picking up
you stole.
Float. What did you do?
Yeah, what did you do, Colin? He's got a story at least.
We had a float. We were fucking playing heavy metal. All of a sudden, a big group gathered around and shit. They're like, these guys are fucking good. Why don't you play some music, fucking stupid Denny, piece of garbage.
And that's it. He's gone. Just like that.
That guy was great.
He was hilarious, as he said.
It was wonderful.
It's the St. Patty's spirit in here.
Yes.
That's great.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, what's going on, Jim?
You missed a great call.
I had to piss.
Yeah.
Getting some great stories for St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, I heard the one.
Yeah.
The guy who got stuck to the pole. It's like, Jesus.
As a longtime Suffolk County resident, Colin is 100% right. Let's take this call, Colin. Let's take this for St. Patty's Day. What's up, Brian and Charlotte?
Well, I already feel like I'm going to be a disappointment because I didn't stick my dick to anything on St. Patrick's Day. But
yeah, we're not beating that story. We should have ended with that story.
Absolutely. But yeah, Colin's right. I mean, taking the train in from Suffolk County was a tradition to see if you could just take your drinking from where you were in Suffolk County to New York City. And, throw up on people's steps and just act like an asshole. So he's exactly right. The demographic of that parade is probably equally split between Suffolk County and maybe a little Nassau County in there.
And then they always there's always like big fights on the way home. Like the whole train.
On the train. Back to Ronkonkoma, right?
Oh.
Now, this is the first time they ban alcohol on the trains going and coming. First year.
Really?
Yeah. Until like 5 a.m.
They finally figured out that might not be a good idea.
Yeah, so to 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, it's banned.
They finally decided, well, maybe we shouldn't.
I didn't know you could drink on a train in the first place on regular days.
Right. Yeah, I mean, no one's going to really stop you.
Right.
The Long Island Railroad stopped that like about 10 years ago, I think, maybe even
They had
more.
a bar car.
Yeah, they used to have a bar car. You used to be able to smoke in there.
How about the time I went on the Long Island Railroad? This is only about a year ago. I saw a good friend of mine, and in the middle of talking to him, he picked up the paper and takes a nap and ignores me. This son of a bitch right here.
It was Dennis?
Yes.
Is that true, Dennis?
We were only going a few stops.
Why were you guys on the same train together?
We just happened to be on the same train, and we start talking, and then after a minute, he's like, all right. And you just fucking totally gave me the hi-hat.
You pulled out your loose leaf binder, and you started writing. And I said, oh, what are you working on? You said, my one-man show.
Right.
That I didn't get tickets for. I was on the guest list. That
shots
show.
fired.
What?
Shots fired.
What happened?
Forgot Denny.
Colin, you forgot about
Hollywood Colin forgot Denny.
Couldn't leave him one lousy ticket.
One ticket just to fix his life, get them together.
One ticket in the back.
I wanted you to work on the show. I didn't want to be interrupting.
So you fell asleep with a paper?
Yeah.
He literally turned his back on me and opened the fucking paper on his face.
We were in a 5-seater. And I really don't like to talk on the train. I didn't realize
now the truth is coming out.
Yeah. It started with, I wanted you to get your work done. Right. And then it was like, you were boring me, so I went to sleep.
You were hanging with a big star. What's wrong with you?
I know.
That's not going to happen anytime soon.
That's why Denny's always invited to mingle, because he's not impressed with celebrity.
No, I'm impressed. I enjoy Colin. I was honored to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah,
He fell asleep on a newspaper.
That's just snoozing.
You gotta make a scrapbook of all the famous people you've napped next to.
Actually, I'm going to the Friars Club on Monday.
Why? What's going on there, Denny?
Dominic Chianazzi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They had
Johnny
a big thing
Ola.
last night, too.
Yeah.
Johnny Ola.
Well, Johnny, wow, yeah. And what are you doing there?
We're going to have lunch. Yeah.
How do you know him?
Yeah, I met him a couple of times. I used to work at a radio station that had an AM station. They used to have an Italian show, and he drove out there with his guitar and played songs.
Jerry Lewis was there last night at the Friars.
Last night?
Birthday?
Just turned 90.
Was his son
Birthday
with him?
Probably.
Gary Lewis and the Playboys?
No, I never.
He's 90 now. That's crazy.
Thought he was hit the music right there.
Falcone, we're going to eat. So
But
why
had
don't
a
you...
birthday party for
So you know Dominic, or he just agreed to have lunch with you?
No, he came in last week. He was actually doing a guest DJ show on the Sinatra Channel. And I was started to talk to him.
Sinatra Channel.
And we just
they're sad over there today.
Sinatra Channel?
Yeah.
Oh, Coulter Jr.
Wait,
Yeah.
can we call out Norton being the starfucker that he is? So you know Dominic, or you just got to have lunch with him?
No.
Shut up.
You snuck that in.
Hey, you know Dominic? Shut up.
I'll correct myself. I'll correct you.
Are you a starfucker, first of all?
No, I'm an attempted starfucker. If I could, I would. No, well, here's what it is. I want to know, does Dominic really want to have lunch?
Yeah.
Or did he just give him the, like, yeah, why don't we have lunch someday at the thing? And he's actually following up on it.
He told me. He goes,
that sounds like a very...
Put it down in your phone. And he gave me his number, and he took mine. And he said, if I can't make it, I'll call you on Sunday.
Have you talked to him since then?
No.
He just didn't call you to cancel Sunday.
No.
You're going to be having a lonely lot. You're going to be there on a float with Chip.
Yeah.
On that stolen float.
Yeah, it's a good story, though, right? Crazy times.
They stole the float. I like they stole it. The mayor jumped on the stolen float. And they picked up girls and fucked them all over the city. Just driving around a random float all over Manhattan.
Yeah, fucking chicks, playing music.
Heavy metal music.
So lonely.
Oh, man.
Dennis, take us out. We're going to eat and shit.
Okay, you know what? I did dress for the occasion.
Oh, we got Colin Quinn.
I dressed for the occasion today.
Okay.
Whoa!
Now you're revealing your Shamrock shirt.
There you go.
You needed the big reveal.
And just let me say to all the listeners,
Yeah.
these three fucking haters, Norton, Sherrod, and Hope, none of them are wearing green. He's got a green fucking juice, some kind of juice press.
Green drink?
It's infuriating to me.
I want green drink.
No festive fucking atmosphere whatsoever.
You're right.
Wait, look who's coming in the door.
Who? Who's coming in the door?
The Pipers.
Look at Jimmy. Leave him alone, Jimmy.
I know. I'm enjoying Denny.
That was some nice drama. We all turned around to look at the door. We're like, whoa.
I did a wedding once, another Irish wedding, and the Pipers came in. Usually they come in for a song or two. These guys played for 25 minutes of Piper music. And after a while, that kind of gets...
They know their place. That's why they only come in for one or two songs, and then they get the fuck
and
out.
It's usually the Emerald Society.
Yes.
Yeah.
My cousin was a big piper in the Emerald Society for many years.
Can you play? You ever tried to play the bagpipe?
No. I watched him play. It looked pretty hard.
It looked hard as shit.
Did you enjoy it when you go?
The air.
Yeah, I love it. But like he said, after two songs, it's enough.
It's enough. Colin, what are you promoting? Anything?
Nothing.
Just hanging out?
I guess I'm promoting Irishness.
Jimmy, what do you got, boy?
I just nothing this week, but next week is Portland, Oregon, and Denver, Colorado, and the week after that is Philly and Delaware.
Oh yeah, I am at the brokerage next April 1st and 2nd.
All right.
April 1st and 2nd.
2017?
Yeah, just get tickets on sale probably sometime around December. Just keep it in mind.
Hey, don't make fun of my tour.
In 2 weeks, you'll be there.
Shit.
And we posted a lot of videos last night. We got a video of Jimmy getting really annoyed at callers. That's my new thing.
What's that?
My new thing is finding video of Jimmy being annoyed and I'm posting it.
Golden.
This is the third one.
That shouldn't be so hard.
This is the third one. We got the sandwich video, then we got the avocado video where he drops avocado. I didn't even.
Oh, that was great.
I didn't pick up on that one. Paul actually did.
That was
and
great.
then and now we got one where he's just really annoyed at callers as he's trying to talk about Donald Trump.
The sandwich one, I was really.
You were not happy, but
no.
You dropped your avocado sandwich?
No, this was one. We hit a magician who was.
Was this where you hit your elbow? You tried to put it with your elbow?
Oh, that was the avocado he did.
This was different. This was. We had a magician come in. I'm glad we actually.
Look at that guy?
Yeah.
That oh, yeah, I know that dude.
Look at Jimmy's face.
He came in late,
Jimmy's face.
and Di Stefano fucking hands him food when he walks in an hour late.
I remember that.
I was
And it
incensed.
falls all over.
You were furious. And it spills all over your. It spills all over your station.
Your station.
And he had a dog with him.
Oh,
he spilled
He has
all
a
over
dog
you.
with him.
all over fucking Jim's workstation. Look at that shit.
The best is Chris is just so happy to be there, and he
know.
just wants to offer a sandwich to
I
a
know.
guy. And
Chris is, he's Italian. They all offer food. The
They
guy
wanna
comes
feed
in.
you.
Wait, now we got to hear the audio, Paul. Move all the way back. All the way back.
Yeah? Here you go, buddy. You're from Leone's Deli in Brooklyn. From Leone's.
Oh, just the fucking hateful look on Jim's face.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Why would you hand a magician a sandwich when he walks into the studio?
Why should I not?
No, but for what?
I don't know. I thought I had two pieces.
Can I eat on mic?
They're trying to be nice?
No, yeah, I was just trying to
It's
be
a fucking
nice.
radio show, not a fucking fort.
The sandwich is 3 inches from his nose.
And the best is
3 inches from his nose.
The best, he goes,
Oh my God,
he doesn't
that's
go, why would you hand the guy the sandwich? He goes, why would you hand a magician sandwich?
Well, he's got to do tricks with his fucking hands. You're tying up his instrument. It's like a fucking guy comes in with a tuba and you put a pumpkin in it.
Oh God! And then the avocado drop from the other day. He's just so he's just so bothered by this avocado falling.
You bring so much joy in my life. Good God Almighty!
And now we add a new one to the series. Jimmy very annoyed at callers as he tries to discuss Donald Trump. What else we got up
and
there?
I like that he's wearing his UFC Conor McGregor shirt.
Yeah,
You really someday you can look back at all your pictures and realize you were an ass of your time.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
Really funny. We put a shitload of videos up. We got Carrot Top. He's done lifting. We asked him about steroids. We got Jim Norton, like I said, getting annoyed by callers. We did the whole not too shabby thing. Jimmy being annoyed by the not too shabby guy. And then Dan Soder has a spit take we threw up there for shits and giggles.
What, do you think I'm an ass because of the shirts I wear?
He's got a Jake LaMotta shirt on today. How could that be bad?
That's kind of a badass shirt, actually.
How could that be bad?
Gonna wake my kids.
I was watching last night. You fat fool.
You fat pig, selfish fool. And when he slaps her, he's trying to line up the fucking slaps.
And they said he really, they didn't tell her. She was new. She was 19. And he's just slapping her. And that's why, she goes, just say whatever. That's what she said, fat pig, selfish fool.
Oh, that was just an improv thing?
That's what they said it was. We'll ask him Tuesday.
That's magic.
That's awesome. He probably really annoyed her.
We'll ask him Tuesday.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
What's happening Tuesday?
Wait, is it the Nero situation?
No, it's a Jake LaMotta situation.
Ooh.
Something's going on.
Something is going down.
Jimmy's excited.
No, Jimmy just farted.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, Jesus.
Dennis, take us out.
Go.
Take us out properly here, Dennis Falcone.
How about some step dancing?
Yeah.
It's nice to have a couple of steppers.
Man, I laughed so hard. That's fucking great.
Dude, you gotta redo the whole room, man. This is your spot.
Yes.
This is your spot.
All
St.
right.
Patty's Day.
No, I know you like the Pogues. So
I love the Pogues.
You know what? I wanted to like them more than I did. After Dirty Old Town, I love them, and I never loved their stuff. I prefer the Dubliners and Ronnie Drew.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dubliners.
Do you guys want Dennis Falcone to do this properly? He's getting lazy over
He
there.
is doing it properly.
No, he's got to really set the whole mood.
Like what?
I'd rather
He's got to be screaming about St. Patty's Day and the
All right,
parade
let's
today.
belly up to the bar. We've got some green beer. Some green bagels.
I guess we don't want him to do it properly.
And we've got some whiskey in the jar.
There we go.
He always disappoints.
Was that Tommy Makem?
He never does what you want him to do.
That's the beauty of Denny.
This is not Ronnie Drew singing, though.
No?
No, it's Tommy Makem.
Is it?
Tommy Makem.
Right. Should have got a lower audio recording.
The Clancy brothers.
Hey, crank it up and start. It's Denny O. Falcone. What a great day.
Dennis Falcone spinning the twos live. We got Ann Coulter outside the studio.
Yeah.
We got Colin Quinn inside the studio.
Yeah.
We have Sherrod Small.
You heard me.
She's on her
And Jim
laptop
Norton.
outside. She just is always writing.
Always doing something.
She's a
Always
lawyer.
writing.
It's lawyer shit. They always want to be writing or reading something.
Ann Coulter.
Annie.
Hello.
Oh my God.
Real
Hey.
What's up, man? Have a seat. It's very festive in here today.
Yeah, it's probably hate this day, Colin.
Colin loves this day.
I love it. I want my jacket. Was you green?
That's pretty close.
It's Battleship Gray.
Nobody's wearing green.
I had a green drink. I told you. I got the spirit today.
I don't like the fact that you guys are going to be bragging to whoever your cohorts are later. Yeah, I don't wear green for fucking St. Patty's Day. It's fucking amateur hour.
I forgot.
No, I would
Tell you
have
the
worn
truth.
green. This was the closest I had.
Really? You don't have any green?
Well, I didn't bring it to New York with me.
But how is it
Wear a lovely
close?
scarf or something, you know?
How is it close, though?
Well, it's not black.
Why?
No, why are you pointing Sherrod's
She pointed at
Sherrod. Do you get into St. Patty's Day? Do you go out there and check it out? Check
Ann
out
likes
the
to
parade?
party.
You
I
like
used
to have a
to go to
few?
the parade. I haven't been in New York for St. Patrick's Day for a while.
You got it today.
I forgot this morning when I left the house. I didn't think until the radio was on in the cab. I'm like, oh yeah, it's today.
When we get outside after the show, it's going to be...
I know.
Jim has
Real.
errands to run.
I do. I have tasks to complete, and I'm annoyed. My car service will be no good. I'll have to subway it. All these drunks.
Are you going to get caught up in it today, Sherrod?
I'm going to walk through it. I got to walk right through
it's
it.
fucking greatest parade of all time.
Come on now, Colin.
It's
Puerto
somebody as he
Ricans might
takes
have
his
something to
tea
say
out
about
like an
that.
old lady. Shut up.
Yeah, I think
As you take your tea out and dab it with your finger.
I think the Puerto Rican Day Parade is way better than the St. Patty's Day Parade.
You guys are 100% wrong.
There's too many bands.
I guess it depends on what you call a good time.
Yeah, this is actually a lot better to watch this bunch of guys playing the fucking ukulele in green. Who wants to see a bunch of Puerto Rican girls with their asses hanging out? Good point, Colin.
How quickly we forget. First of all, we're the original parade. Let's not start that.
Yeah. All right, we all know that. There's too many parades in New York, though.
I
Which
think
ones
they
can we
should
do
get
without?
rid of all parades except
All. St. Patty's Day.
St. Patrick's Day,
And?
Halloween parade, Christmas parade, and and maybe veterans for the honor of it, and everyone else should be forced to go to
What about
Madison Square
Thanksgiving
Garden.
Day parade?
Oh, sorry, that's what I meant by Christmas
That's
parade.
the greatest parade, by the way, Colin.
St. Patrick's Day was the first one.
Thanksgiving, I'd say.
Maybe like the
let's keep.
Tempest movement was the first one.
Only
Was it?
Thanksgiving.
Fucking
No,
women
and
who
the
didn't want you to
Halloween
drink.
parade. Well, those are the only 3 parades people go to. The other ones, all you do is curse all day.
I was going to say,
Halloween might be the best one, tell you the truth.
Yeah.
That's fun.
It's downtown in the village.
Never been.
It's younger people. Everybody's got weed on them.
let's just
Yeah, and I can date any girl I want on that day, and everyone just thinks it's my friend in a Halloween costume.
That's right.
let's just all be grateful that you guys never decided to have a parade.
We do have a parade. We have a parade. You son of- The
What,
Caribbean
Juneteenth?
It's called the Purple
Caribbean
Olive.
parade is the biggest parade in the city.
Yeah.
How is that the biggest one?
Easily the biggest.
Really?
Easily the biggest.
Don't start trouble. Just let them keep it on
The Eastern
Classen-
Parkway parade.
Keep it on Classen Avenue, and we're fine.
The one in Brooklyn, Eastern Parkway
Is it really
Caribbean.
the biggest one?
Easily.
I
the
didn't know
biggest.
that.
No
Easily the
idea.
biggest.
Oh yeah, by far.
Yeah, by far the biggest.
What's it called?
By far.
The West Indian Day Parade.
West Indian Day Parade every year.
Oh, cool.
Labor-
Oh, that's right. There was the mayor's name
Juve's
was
the night
murdered.
before, which is drunken. You cover yourself in paint and powder. It's the best. And you just
Oh, no.
drink.
They really serpent in the rainbow it up.
Serpent in the rainbow.
Let me see some pictures of paint and powder.
Juve is the night before.
Juve.
So it's a 2 days, really a weekend thing, but the parade is that.
And they
what,
kept
Monday?
and they keep it out in Manhattan. Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, I can handle that. Wow. Well, I don't think I can handle that.
You
but
can handle it. We got to get a float out there too. Oh.
I don't think I can handle that, but I can handle seeing that.
That's what we
Lord,
should
yeah.
fight for.
Holy
An Opie
shit.
radio float at the West Indian Day Parade.
Yes. Can we?
Wow, they're
Just
they're touching
bewildered
their
faces
hiney
on the
to
sidelines going,
Who are they?
How do you touch your hiney to the street like that?
They'll show you.
That's pretty impressive.
They've never seen a white face that wasn't like covered in acidic.
Look at the cops though, having fun. They working on the cop. Look
Yeah.
at, put that booty on that cop.
Putting the booties right up against the cop.
That's in the summer, right?
Yeah,
Man.
It's end of the summer.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
September.
Yeah,
And it's in Brooklyn.
it's in Brooklyn, Eastern
Labor
Parkway.
Day.
Never seen it.
What a terrible day for a
Food's
parade.
great. It's great. It's great. It's
No,
holiday.
the Labor Day is depressing because at the end of the summer.
Right.
Memorial Day is a fun time for parade and laughter.
It's just the beginning of the fun time.
Yeah.
It's the goodbye. It's a long
The end of the
kiss
summer.
goodbye.
What are you, 12?
But it is. I like the summer. I like the weather.
You don't like the summer.
Yes, I do. I'm a summer person.
Do you remember Phoenix?
Yes, I do.
Don't you like the fall? The fall is the best time of year.
I
Early fall, right?
Autumn.
Well, you like the fall foliage. You mean arguments Colin and I have had in the car because he wanted to look at trees? Take the scenic. That's the worst.
Yeah,
The
he wished me to get run over when I was trying to take him on a fucking nice trip upstate.
Why haven't you invited me? I could. I could deal with that.
We had a gig.
It was 13 years ago. It was a gig.
Oh.
It was him, me,
Where
and Keith.
was it?
The foliage.
It was in
upstate
Massachusetts.
great.
Oh, right.
Oh, and you
that's
drove
great.
there?
I drove, and you would have thought the way I drove, apparently Jim Norton didn't like my driving either.
No.
He felt I was a little cowardly, but I got wedged between two trucks. I got scared, so I tried to back up. Even though these Jersey people are like asshole drivers. They all think they're like macho behind the wheel, so it's like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, Jesus, I'm trying to, you know.
But you don't drive.
I hate trucks on the road.
I
It's
get
like
scared.
you're swimming
No one
and a
likes
big
it.
white whale comes up next to you. You
Yes.
can't see anything. I hate trucks.
I was frightened, so I backed off, and
I
then
did the exact same
Jim
thing,
read
but
me the
I am a
riot act.
girl.
Jim read me the riot act.
I didn't care for his left lane antics, as I called it.
But I'll tell you,
Fucking nice, cool, steady 50.
but the best thing I ever did on that trip, and it's probably the best thing I've ever done in my life, sadly, was we pulled in. Norton wanted Starbucks, you know, so we pulled into like the service road where there was a Starbucks, and then I just pulled right back on it.
Yes, he did.
He did that.
Yes, he did. I was ridiculing Colin because he wanted to stop. He likes to stop at every rest area because he likes to get snacks. I say in air quotes. And one time I wouldn't stop, and he got pissed off because I think I passed a couple. This is another time I was driving, so he paid me back when I was dying for Starbucks, and we pulled in, and he just fucking drove right back out. I was like, oh, that was
that was the best thing I did in my life. And the other time was when we were on 12th Avenue doing Tough Crowd. Well, there was no Starbucks up there, and Stupid comes in with a Starbucks in the morning, starts yapping to me, belly aching about something. I just took my muffin and just dropped it in. I ruined his coffee. There was no way to get another one.
No, we were on 54th and 10th. There was not a Starbucks for miles.
I said 12th because it was more dramatic.
10th, that's all right.
Because nowadays people will be like, oh, 10th, there must be a Starbucks. So
I didn't even realize I was correcting you.
I just switched it up.
Is he a good driver? Because Colin doesn't drive much.
No, he's not a good driver.
You're not a good
He's
driver?
probably a good city driver because you don't notice that 35 or 40 miles an hour is but you don't realize that's him gunning it.
Did he take some detours for the leaves?
Yeah, I was trying to explain like it was a nice fall day, you know, and Keith, you know, he doesn't give a shit about that kind of stuff, you know. He's like, I'm from the hood, player. We don't care about the seasons, you know.
He's so Philadelphia.
And and then Norton was just Norton was just on a temper tantrum.
I was not happy.
He took some side roads.
Dude, his driving on the turnpike was enraging. So slow.
So you took the turnpike up, you didn't take the Conic and try to see more foliage?
There's even better stuff on that road.
Yeah.
Right?
The Conic is great. Yeah, you can
see Sherrod could
You really
appreciate
does
it.
like the foliage.
I like it.
I know that
I like it too.
And plus, it's the back road where you can get marijuana and drugs up and down.
No, I don't like Sherrod trying to make it cool. You just like the foliage.
I do love the foliage.
Yeah.
I mean, look at these.
Definitely
colors.
in New York State is that shit.
Jesus.
Look at that. Look at that.
Have you
That's
ever
a very pretty photo.
Put that on the website.
Have you ever rode a ski lift to check out the leaves?
No.
Oh, all right.
I want to.
I got you beat.
You out-whited me on this fucking story.
That's pretty white, right?
You want a ski lift to check out leaves?
You went apple picking,
Yeah,
son of a bitch.
and then on the, up top you got some hot chocolate and whatnot.
See?
Yeah, it's
Look
a nice
at that
little
fucking photo.
It's a nice little moment.
That's great.
You can have for yourself.
Like a nice trip up to the Eagle's Nest. 1940.
There you go. A nice ski lift. See? This is what people do to relax.
I would get scared that it's
And
going
then
to
a gondola maybe every once in a while.
No, it's too frightening.
If you go way up to...
That's not New York. Where is that?
It's probably upstate or Colorado.
Oh, bullshit.
That might be Cannon Mountain.
Norton goes probably upstate or Colorado.
Yeah, I just
Upstate
go
New
to
York.
mountains. I didn't know where to go.
New York!
Yeah.
Oh.
Little Frankie goes to Hollywood.
Relax. Why, Denny?
Because we're relaxing.
Do it. Denny, this is called stretching off the bag.
This is Zoolander, right? The song from Zoolander?
I don't know, but it's a...
Denny, no.
Relax, don't do it.
Everybody dance.
I don't know.
And you picked the wrong day to come by.
Why? It's a nice day for flower talk. It's a good
Denny
day.
has gone mad. He's gone crazy, drunk with power right now.
Yeah.
Yes, I see it.
It's a Zoolander trigger song. This is a song that's going to trigger
This song should
Zoolander.
not be played right now, Denny. It's fucking fall.
They killed the
You should
Prime
be
Minister
playing
of
like
Malaysia.
Nick Drake or somebody.
Nick Drake.
Yeah. Last leaf. What is it called? 5 leaves left.
I wouldn't gondola ride. I'd be scared of it.
Oh, it's
I'm afraid
awesome.
of heights.
Really?
Yeah.
I am too, but not gondolas.
What do you... How about tall buildings? I'm okay with tall buildings.
Well, you got vertigo or some shit?
Just he makes me crazy. It terrifies me.
But it's normal. It's the same way, some people get dizzy when they see lots of close spots together. Because it looks like mold. It's built into us to have some level of fear.
Is that why?
Yeah.
I never knew that was the reason.
Yeah.
God, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, because it
No
can
one
show
knew.
disease. Well, I don't have it, but there's one.
What close spots? What is this disease? I've never heard of this.
Well, there's a restaurant that has these weird, close spots on it. One of my friends who's a doctor can't sit.
What the hell are
facing
close
it.
spots?
Dots.
Right.
That looks like mold. Have you ever seen mold? Lots of little
So
dots
it's like a
together.
decoration on a wall?
Yeah, it's the wallpaper. But some people react that way. The same way it's natural to have a little bit of a fear of heights, because if you didn't have a fear of heights, you'd die.
Right. Apparently, when I was a baby, I don't know what my mother was doing, but I went up 3 or 4. I went to the roof of our apartment building, and my mother said that she's talking to the neighbor, and I'm looking over the roof at her.
No fucking way.
And she said she was so panic stricken that I was going to fall off.
And she screamed and ran.
I don't remember. I'm just going by mother's story. I don't remember what happened.
She thought there was an eagle's nest up there.
And then I was a baby
So
vertigo.
you did fall
probably
one
left all
time.
the-
That's why you have a fear of heights.
No, I didn't fall. I would have been killed if I fell.
But maybe the
off
way
that.
she came and grabbed
Maybe, yeah.
you scared you so much
Yeah.
that's locked in you right
Yes.
She probably left all the doors wide open for you.
Yeah. I don't remember much. I just remember "I dare you, faggot" being yelled up at me, which I thought was a weird thing for a mom to yell.
Come to mommy.
There's a trail of candy. A trail of candy leading to the roof. That's perfect.
Well, all right. You want one political question? And then we could get back to the nonsense.
Are you asking me?
Well, Colin wants us to take some phone calls today. When Colin comes in, it turns into his show.
I like
he
St.
kind of
Patrick's Day
produces.
stories. I'm a little disappointed that we only had 2, but go ahead.
We'll get more St. Patty's Day stories.
I want to deal with
but
wild St. Patty's Day stories from people. We got 2. They were pretty good, but
we
still.
got one.
The second one was better than the first.
You Irish need to stop wasting your time and go fight the real enemy, that Oliver Cromwell building that still exists in Manhattan.
Is there
and
really?
He's your Hitler.
Is there?
He's the Hitler of Ireland.
Is there
Yeah, so the building's still called Oliver Cromwell, right on in Midtown Manhattan on the west
Son
side.
of a bitch.
It's like having a Hitler building.
On the west side?
On the west side.
It's
That's
right
even
across,
more.
It's
fucking
across from the
egregious.
Dakota.
Across from the Dakota. Let's go burn that bitch down.
I thought it was the west side.
You guys, that's where Lenin was shot.
Near it.
Really?
Yeah.
Shithead.
I'll tell you
Listen,
this.
I'd like to strap you to a gondola. I'd like to.
No, I was
feed
trying
you-
to offer some important information that I thought that people in New York might not know.
For Sherrod, I was supposed to live in that building.
Were you?
The Dakota?
That's the Hitler building.
No, not Dakota. The
Oliver Cromwell building.
And,
What?
And the co-op fucking kicked me to the curb.
You
Did
should
they?
be happy. Your
Kicked
name is
me to the
huge. You're
fucking
obviously
curb.
Irish.
Really?
They did not want my kind in their
The
goddamn
Irish.
building.
They've been with the Irish in there.
Kevin, it's a true story though. I lost a shitload of money because I went through the whole process. And
Oh,
then
really?
You gotta
last
pay for
minute,
all these things to be filled out and pay
Yep.
for all these
paperwork
checks.
is literally a foot high easily. They want to know everything about you, and then last minute they kicked me out. And
They want to know if you're a proddy cunt or a fiend bastard.
We're glad. We're glad we
Fanny
found out
and
before we
Marshall.
moved in what kind of place that was. Fuck those people. But anyway,
Whoa.
Kevin in Louisiana.
Whoa.
Kevin.
Hi, Fogle.
You had a question for Ann.
Yes. And
Hi.
Hi, Kevin.
what's your thoughts on people, mainly the media, who started the whole thing, on comparing Donald Trump to Hitler? I believe a lot of people out there actually believe it because they're just fucking stupid.
Dumb.
But, one person in the media says something, then everybody jumps on the bandwagon, and that's the thing you see every magazine saying, comparing him to Hitler.
No, I know. I just wrote my column about this. I highly recommend it. Because I wrote the draft column for all the hack journalists on how to compare Trump to Hitler and made all the comparisons.
I read that. It was great.
Thank you. I think it just shows how untouchable Trump is, that they instantly go to the easiest, hackiest line. I was really disappointed in a certain comedian, I think is funny, reaching for the hackiest thing. You know perfectly well.
Louis wrote something about on his email about his site. He tried to.
Oh, CK?
Yeah.
You know, I really like comedy. You know that I'm huge admirers of all of you for that. Comedy is hard. Whenever comedians decide they need to be important. They've got to stop that. No, please stop. It's so bad. Comparing anybody to Hitler, come on.
Remember they used to compare Obama to Hitler, but every time they showed him with that mustache, he like a cool saxophonist.
No,
how can
and
you hate this
Bush
guy?
and everybody else. And meanwhile, I mean, the whole disavowals of the demand for a disavowal of this irrelevant person once in an irrelevant organization, David Duke at the KKK, whom Trump has never mentioned, never met. And meanwhile, the Democrats all fly to New York, kiss Al Sharpton's ring. I would like to know, was David Duke ever involved in a rally where people got murdered? Because I think I'd know about that if that had happened. Al Sharpton was. Recently, more recently than David Duke, again an irrelevant person in an irrelevant organization, has even been in the KKK. Since then, there was Freddy's with Al Sharpton. There was Crown Heights with Al Sharpton. Seven people. That nut ran in at the end. They were protesting the Jewish store owner, the white interloper, as Al Sharpton used to say when he was ginning up the angry crowd. And one angry member of the crowd runs into Freddy's, set it on fire, and 7 innocent employees died. There was the rioting out in Crown Heights. That's where he was talking about the Jews as diamond merchants. Huge, angry crowds, mobs running around, beating people up. By the way, each one of those mobs bigger than the entire national membership of the KKK. And he's giving these speeches, ginning people up. They murdered, actually, and this is even before the famous Hasidic Jew they killed. But post Sharpton ginning up the crowd, they murdered an Italian guy they thought was Jewish. Has that ever happened when David Duke gave a speech? Were there even 3 people listening when David Duke gave a speech? But we have to make this huge big deal about David Duke. I want Bernie Sanders, who flew up to New York and kissed Al Sharpton's ring, to be asked to, forget disavow him. Could the Democratic Party stop kissing his ring? I promise you, David Duke will not be speaking at the Republican National Convention. Al Sharpton has spoken at the Democratic National Convention. And we have to disavow every nut in the world out there. No Republican has any connection.
I spoke to Al Sharpton, and he said nothing but nice things about you. Let's start there.
It's a weird, sneaky thing with Sharpton. People like him. Roy Innes said that he's a clown. No, but he's a clown. He's never taken truly seriously. He's never going to really get anywhere. And it's almost like he's a safe guy to have in because he's never going to change anything. Everyone knows exactly who and what he is.
Even the Democrats. For a lot of people who don't get to speak for themselves.
I don't think so.
There's been times we've been on the right side of the issue, but he's still a shitty person. He's shit.
Yeah, he's not the best. I don't think anybody's really the best person.
No, and how about Hillary disavow her husband, credibly accused of rape?
Right.
Will she disavow rapists?
Well,
and she comes out. Yeah, I mean, they keep playing Trump, saying Trump is playing footsie by, I don't know, saying what that he's going to bring jobs back. That's playing footsie with the Klan. Meanwhile, Hillary's out there endorsing Black Lives Matter. I mean, a certain number of Black Lives Matter participants actually support cop killing. We've seen them at their rallies.
Well, that's just assholes. I don't think that's the message of the
would you say that if
the whole organization?
If Trump had endorsed some group that included a lot of Klan members and people are actually dying at those rallies, I mean, it's just the Democratic Party. The media has got to be sitting back thinking, I can't believe what we can get away with these sissy boys in the Republican Party. And now they finally have faced an alpha male with Donald Trump, which is why they're going crazy. He won't put up with this double standard crap.
It is exciting. Trump is a lot of things, but boring is never one of those things.
I want to know what song Dennis is going to pick out after that.
Yeah, hopefully by something by David Allen Coe.
Yeah, good luck with that one, Dennis.
You ever heard "Fight the Power" of PE?
I love having the video representation.
Oh, Duke of Earl. Yeah, the headline from that Day of Hate.
I think it's a shame that
sorry.
David Duke cannot attend the National Republican Convention.
You think it's a shame?
I voted for him for Louisiana governor when I was in the...
Sir, you're not helping.
Yeah, David Duke's kind of shitty too, sir.
Kind of shitty?
Sir, you're not helping.
Yeah, you're not making
I voted for him when I was in the 7th grade.
In the 7th grade?
In the 7th grade, you were able to vote?
Well, he's from Louisiana.
He was illegally, he was 18, so.
Right.
No, I'm just fucking with you. I think he's a piece of shit. I think he's a piece of shit, but I think it's even shittier, to compare Donald Trump.
Right, it's a double standard.
I think Coulter explained that pretty well. Thank you,
Kevin. I think it's funny how
on.
they're talking about the violence at the Trump rallies. And look, I think Trump handled that stupidly. But they also, the MSNBC has they're not outraged about the violence at other, it's like.
Of course.
But MSNBC is actually kinder to Trump than Fox News is.
Yes.
They're still.
I don't think Trump handled it badly at all. As you all probably know, when I give speeches on college campuses, I'm constantly beset with protesters. The idea that. Would you guys allow hecklers in here? He's giving a speech. People are driving hundreds of miles to come hear Donald Trump. They're with families, their wives, their sisters, their daughters. And these animals come in and start screaming, or worse, they do that passive pussy shit. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, you can
That got us all turned on.
I hate the passive stuff even more. I would
down penis.
Sorry, I really didn't mean to say that. You make me feel so comfortable. I forget that there's a mic in front of me. But I hate the passive stuff so much more. It's so wimp ass.
It is, but
I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. You need 4 cops to carry the guy out, and then there are no cops there, and then the next one starts yelling. What do they expect Trump supporters to do? What are they supposed to do? Dive under their chairs?
What about
by the way, there's been very little
Don't
fighting
sneak and
back.
punch somebody in the face when they walk by.
I thought that was great. I wish somebody would do it at one of my speeches. You get one punch back.
The point is, Trump has to deal with that. If he wants to be the president, and I like him.
And I thought he dealt with it beautifully. And this idea that he was calling for violence. Look, the crowd is angry after someone is standing up and yelling. He's laughing when he's saying, you know what we used to do? He's laughing. He's giving vent to their anger over this. And by the way, yesterday was the best one of all when he said, which is true, I mean, screw the Republican Party. We're going to take the nomination away from Trump. He is sweeping with the nomination, and they're going to come up with some rules. And he says, there are going to be riots if they try to take it away from me.
And they're outraged by that statement.
Known as an expression.
Yeah. Right.
And they're acting like he's seriously. Lawrence O'Donnell began his show last night, and today the front runner for the Republican Party called for felonious action.
But there will be problems if they try to take that away from him.
It was crazy when at the Trump rally, though, when the black dude got punched in the face
by the old white guy,
and then the cops
arrest the guy.
Yeah,
that was
to
awful.
The ground.
Yeah. It was awful.
Right, and the cops saw him get hit in the face.
You know,
it makes all of his supporters look like fucking dopes.
Okay, but could I just point out that we're getting this from the mainstream media, and it's driving me crazy. And I've asked Breitbart and Trump and anybody else to go and film the actual protesters at these things until you have been sitting in an audience trying to hear a speaker. This isn't. You see 7-second clips of this on TV and online. No, this goes on for 10 effing minutes where you're just sitting there with screeching people and everybody's driven all these hundreds of miles. That one gets dragged out, and then the next jerk off starts in a different part of the stadium. People should be forced to sit in a chair, and instead of watching the TV show they want to watch, no, you have to watch 3 screeching protesters for 7 minutes.
It's definitely annoying. And
same thing.
But when you're a polarizing guy running for president, which he is,
right?
You have rallies of that size. Like you're bringing in 12,000 people.
That's what the issue is. Well, what are you complaining? He ought to have quiet little rallies in the white suburbs. He goes to these areas because he is appealing to black people. He should go anyplace, and he's getting the most people. Of course, that's what, it has nothing to do with his rhetoric. It's because he has 20,000, 30,000 people. What are you going to do? Go to a John Kasich? Is it physically possible for 4 people to rally to riot? There aren't enough people at a John Kasich.
I'm a one-man riot.
That's what happens. Yeah, that's kind of the price for his success.
You're going to get on TV, exactly.
Yeah, they do that all the time. It's annoying, and I'm not saying you shouldn't want them dragged out, but the way he's handling it, I just think after a while, it's like you got to be smarter about it because now he's bringing this on himself. Like you got to stop saying stuff like "I'm going to punch the guy in the face." It was a dumb thing to say.
No, it wasn't. He was smiling and laughing, and it gave vent to the crowd's anger, and plus which I think they should be punched.
Well, whenever somebody trying to stop somebody from talking, it annoys me.
That's the point. The point is, it was the other way around. We all know what would be.
Of course,
if it was the other way around, people would say, "Oh my God, these people are coming. Yeah, they're Nazis,
and they should be dragged out. They should be dragged out." I'm saying you can't, as Trump, you can't say because all he's doing is making it harder on himself, and it's fucking irritating.
That's true.
It's like I like the guy, but it's like just fucking deal with it. You want to be president? Stop being so thin-skinned.
But it's not thin-skinned. It's on behalf of his supporters. They've come to hear these things.
But he's also like that on Twitter. He's also like that. Like, I get being pissed off and responding, but after a while it gets petty, and it's like, come on, man, you have to deal with this. It's a part of the job.
I think you might be right that he should stop going on Twitter for 4 hours every night.
I mean, why do you think these guys
denouncing everyone in the media? I think you have a point.
They talk behind glass because people want to shoot them. Like, that's the job you're going for.
Do you think that's all his tweets, though? You think there's somebody really running the Twitter account and maybe running some of the stuff by him?
They might be running it by him.
Every single one, you think?
It's him.
Maybe. I think it's him.
Yeah. So that's.
I think it's him too.
I think it's him.
Totally. Can you imagine Obama being on Twitter like that?
These people are not very nice to me. By the way, they have not been very nice to me. I like when he gets like slightly offended. He's like, by the way, they were very rude.
Let's see. We lost our call. We lost our call. The last time Ann Coulter was in, she was praising you, Colin Quinn.
Yeah, because I was talking about, I was kicking it. We were kicking it about
immigration, right?
60,
and you knew the 65 Act. I love you for that.
Of course, he was in high school when it happened.
He was a gold warner girl.
Did you see Colin's one-man show about ethnicity
no,
in New York?
No, I wasn't in New York. And everyone who saw it said it was so
spectacular.
Are you doing it again?
No, I'm not, Ann.
Did you film
really
it?
Wanted to.
You filmed it, right?
You filmed it?
Fuck that one. No, I didn't film it.
Oh,
you didn't?
You did not?
Oh my god!
Well, I can't fucking film it.
You'll redo it
if nobody's gonna do. But no, you should have seen my unconstitutional show. That was the one.
Yeah,
that's filmed though.
Yeah, that's filmed.
You should have filmed
it. Okay, good.
You didn't film it at all, even in a cheap way?
Well, I filmed it in cheap. I had some guy in the back with a camera. Jersey Dave, his name was.
Colin's one-man shows are wonderful.
Amazing.
Yeah. Really good.
So let's not make this about me.
That's so annoying.
What do you think about Garland, Justice Garland? That whole thing yesterday.
Oh.
I think the only reason a Democrat nominated a white male is because they know he's not getting through.
It's going to be.
He's getting through.
That's the Democrats.
You think he's getting through?
He's a safe pick. Everybody loves him.
He was crying yesterday. He was so happy about it.
Everybody loves him.
He had a moment yesterday.
Yes, he was crying.
He led the whole Oklahoma City bombing thing. Everybody praises him for that.
I don't know who this guy is.
It's going to be a hard time to reject this.
I don't know nothing about him. To the Supreme Court by Obama, which Republicans have already said they're not going to let through. And it does remind me once again why I love Donald Trump. I'm listening to this on TV today thinking they're going to pass him, they're going to confirm him, they're going to confirm him. And then I remembered, I hate Republicans so much. This is why people like Donald Trump. He would not give in to them. And really, I mean, the fact that I actually have to worry about Republicans confirming this guy,
that's one
thing.
Is he
a bad guy? I don't know anything about him.
Well, he's a Democrat.
He's a good guy.
That doesn't mean
he's a good guy.
Supposedly, he's not a good guy. It does make a big difference because when they get 5 votes, I mean, to replace somebody like Scalia, I mean, they're the end of your gun rights. I promise you. All they need is 5 votes, and suddenly, liberals start discovering rights to everything they can't get people to pass in democracy.
I didn't like Scalia either. He was too conservative. I like somebody more centered. I don't like somebody as conservative as he was, or as conservative as Clarence.
But I think on a court, it might be good because it balances out the court. I just like the
nice.
court balance.
A little balance.
Yeah, You're confusing conservative liberal in regular politics with what it means on the court. And what it means on the court, conservative is a justice who views his own powers conservatively. You don't have, quote, conservative justices out there reading the Constitution and in the penumbras of the emanations discovering a right to own a nuclear bomb or a right to a flat tax. But this is what the left does for anything they can't get people to pass when voting, like gay marriage, abortion. Oh, look, we discovered it in the Constitution. So, I mean, it isn't, you may not be a conservative, but a conservative justice is not the same thing as a conservative politician. It means you get to decide, you the people, like it used to work in a democracy.
Well, he was too much. He just was too what I consider conservative. However, that's defined in court standards. I thought he was too far in one direction. I just don't like guys like that. I mean, this guy may be too liberal. I don't know him. I don't like it. I like people a little more centered.
I tell you, Jim, you know what I like? I like the politics of dancing.
Attaboy.
Everybody boogie. It's St. Patrick's Day.
For St. Patrick's Day.
That's a good pickup. That's a good one.
Yeah.
You want to hear him crying yesterday?
I should have borrowed that shirt.
Oh, God, yeah.
This guy broke down. He cried a little bit.
Who did?
Oh, no.
Garland.
He's
yes.
very happy.
He looks
that
like
he was
Hal
picked.
Holbrook.
Oh, that was Denny.
Hal Holbrook.
He was up for this in the past, wasn't he? No, they passed on him.
Well, no,
he was
the
in
DC
consideration,
circuit.
right? Oh, okay. Push
So
play.
he was confirmed, and he is a judge.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is the greatest honor of my life.
Cracking. That's nice.
Other than Lynn agreeing to marry me 28 years ago.
Oh, get a fucking hold of yourself.
It's also the greatest gift I've ever received.
You look a little Jerry Springer in
and
the
there's
face.
another caveat. The birth of our daughters, Jessie and Becky. As my parents taught me, both words and deeds.
All right, you know what? He held it together because I'm such a blubbering fruit. Like had I had that like crack, it would have been a sob fest.
That's all it would have taken.
I literally would have needed to be hugged while my arms were hanging straight down by my. I would have needed a hug from the president. I would have humiliated the entire nation. Been drummed out on my dress.
Obama gave him a little pat. You see the pat he gave him? A little.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Get it together.
Yeah, that was a straighten out, you fucking Mary. Straighten out. The whole country's watching.
Let Rick Moranis talk.
Yeah. Is that his only breakdown, or did he get it together?
No, he cried a little more after that.
Oh no, he's Dan Vitale.
That's Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, our boy Roy.
Dick
Vitale. Dan Vitale's a comic. Roy Orbison always makes me feel weird.
Yeah, I don't like Roy Orbison.
What do you mean?
Makes you sad?
Because he's dead. He reminds me of things that are gone. Certain things have like a visceral
Biggie, when I listen to Biggie, it
feeling
feels
on
like
me.
that sometimes.
I don't know why, right? It's just
Yeah.
like he's just dead, and I know he's gone.
Shut up, both of you.
Why? We're talking.
It's asinine.
No, it's not. It's two good friends talking about the way music makes us feel, and wishing that you brought that feeling over us when we discussed you.
We don't like dead people's songs.
He lives on through his
Half
music.
the fucking people we listen to are dead. It's just moronic.
Yeah. Well, you don't like Roy Orbison. How can we take you seriously?
I don't like Roy Orbison. I always hated Roy Orbison.
Really?
I don't
It's the
love
first
him.
time I've admitted it.
I don't love
Remember
him.
last time I was talking about Billy Joel?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
What I said about Billy Joel was the truth, though.
He's
You hate
great.
What did you say?
He's a hack.
I said
Not a hack. He's great.
that the way he overproduces is very hack.
That was
like
true.
if he just played piano and just sang in a fucking bar, he'd be fine.
Right.
But he's got everything's fucking sounds and fucking.
He has to add sound effects to a lot of his songs.
Yeah,
that's what you brought up last
And then
time.
it's just like chirpy sometimes. It's like anything else. After 1978, it's hard to find good music.
I happen to like We Didn't Start the Fire. Colin doesn't like that. I think it was a great
That song
historical lesson.
infuriates me. Every time I hear it, it makes me want to kill myself or kill him.
Wait, so what's the problem with Roy Orbison?
I just don't like him.
I never liked him either.
I hate his fucking
I wasn't
whiny
a fan.
voice.
I always thought he had like fucking feminine hips in his suit, and I don't know why.
I don't like the
remember
fact that,
that.
and that everybody who's like a real music expert loves Roy Orbison.
I don't love him. I think
that
he's
pisses
okay.
me off.
I like a couple of his songs. He just makes me feel weird because he's dead. I don't know what it reminds me
Shut
of.
up! Half of the people we listen to are dead.
I know, but that's why it's weird that
But
he
it
makes
takes
me
you to
feel
a
that
weird
way.
time, like with death in your life.
Thank you for understanding.
I think what it is his
I know it.
his look, his glasses, and the way he looks reminds you of a combination of Uncle Paul and Edgar.
No, because I felt that way before they were gratefully brought on the scene. I felt that way many years ago. I always get a weird feeling.
Yeah, but I'm
Oh,
saying
give me
it's
hear
like
this?
an archetypical.
That's a hit song right there.
I fucking hate this song more than life
That song,
itself.
it's a
Why?
hit, Colin.
I hate it.
That's a good song.
No? Nothing?
No.
Not feeling it?
Really?
Oh, it's infuriating.
Yeah.
The movie infuriated me too, of course.
Why? It had a very believable ending.
asinine.
For a man like me, that's a dream ending. If the girl has only been with 3 guys, then you pull up in your limo.
All I
it's
see
awesome.
all I see is the female hips now. I never noticed that before.
Yeah, for some reason, I always thought he had feminine hips.
Roy Orbison,
Yeah.
you really watched him closely.
I just noticed it once. It never,
Plus, he's
never
a
went away.
one-hit wonder. Just everybody in music loves him. It just
If he
bugs me.
wanted to be
Only the Lonely?
Yeah, that's a good song. If he wanted to transition, he would have done okay, I think.
Oh, yeah.
He might have.
Let's see the knees,
Yeah.
though. He
He
might
would've
have
done-
Joe
he would've
Klecko
been
knees
all
like
right.
Caitlyn Jenner. He might have that Klecko knee like Caitlyn Jenner. Man.
know how many
can't-
times I reference
You can't
that?
transition that knee, but
I give you full credit, but I reference that every time.
every time they zoom in on it, it's like a sad old man.
Have you seen the Joe Klecko knee on Caitlyn Jenner?
It's like a sad old man's face.
It takes you out of the whole
Caitlyn
thing.
should really
Squat
wear his slacks.
Yeah, or long
long
skirts
dresses.
past the knee.
There's the
That's
Joe
not good to
Klecko
show
knee.
off.
Look at the Joe Klecko
Look
knee.
at that Klecko knee.
Yeah, that's a lifetime of athletics.
Jesus.
You can't transition that shit.
No, that's a fucking bad one.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's the Joe Klecko.
That is a Klecko.
That's Quacko, baby. That's stock exchange. I know the Jets fucking defensive line.
Wow, that's a hell of a
That's
name.
not a good name.
The other one's all right,
leg.
though. The other one almost...
It looks like the legs of two different people.
I think that's the one he took off on the long jump.
Oh, right, that was the
That's the one.
The push off foot.
The push off.
That's the whole push off.
All right, why don't we should break, I think.
There's so much fun.
What do we got? We got plugs in. What are you promoting there?
There's going
Anything?
to be so much drunken nonsense.
Donald Trump for president.
You're all in, huh?
Yeah.
She likes that he's pissing off everybody, the Republicans and the Democrats.
We all certainly love that.
She likes a nice asshole. That's what I respect about
began
her.
with the Mexican rapist speech, and I've never changed my mind.
Yes.
I just wish he would say, because I like Trump. I just wish he would say a few policy things like that are more specific.
So you didn't watch the last debate. He was
I didn't watch any of them.
magnificent. He was totally presidential. And he managed to go an entire debate without bragging about his penis size. I was so proud of him.
You are going to be amazed by what happens in this country in the first 6 months. I'm serious.
If he's elected?
That's good.
That's what he says.
And I believe you, just like I believe you.
You're going to be amazed. You nailed that.
I love how he has to end with that's what he says.
Yeah. I love that he has a big dick. I want that, because that guy has more to live for and is less likely to fucking push the button than a guy with a tiny cock. A guy with $1 billion and a giant cock. He wants everything to stay the way it is. He wants to stay alive for a long time.
I agree.
Yeah.
You think he can win, though, Ann? You think he's really going to win over Hillary? You think he can beat Hillary?
In the general election?
Mexican rapist speech, I thought he's going to get the nomination. He's going to be the next president. He's running the campaign. I've always wanted someone to run. It's all about immigration, pro-American, build a wall, bring manufacturing home. And both political parties, well, especially mine, have been forcing their candidates to take stupid suicidal positions. I mean, all this, I'm a Christian, but all of this holy roller stuff, Reagan wasn't like that.
Right.
He didn't talk like Ted Cruz.
Right.
Rubio in the first debate came out, he actually corrected a moderator who said, now I know you're against abortion in the case of rape and incest.
Yeah.
He corrected the moderator. No, I'm not. Am I the only person who lived through that Todd Aiken thing? I mean, that's not even the position
What's
of
the
national right to life.
What do you mean?
Todd Aiken was one of our, premier star Republican candidates who gave that. I don't even want to relive it, but you'd think Republicans would learn from this. He was talking about rape, and he started talking, abortion in the case of rape. For one thing, he started talking about, well, if it's a legitimate rape.
Oh, right.
And I'm just thinking...
Legitimate rape.
If you're a politician, don't use the word legitimate within 15 miles of rape.
Right.
I mean, if you're an academic or something, I'm not even totally objecting to what he's saying. And
coming to the stage.
And then he starts talking about what
Legitimate
happens
rape.
to a woman's body in the case of rape. And remember that?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it was embarrassing. Republicans shouldn't talk about rape and abortion in the same way Democrats shouldn't talk about the military. Just don't talk about it. It never ends up
What did Rubio say that was wrong? I'm misunderstanding. What did he say? That
he corrected someone. I'm telling you, national right to life does not take the position, no, we think abortion should be illegal in the case of rape and incest. Our argument is... That's 0.1% of all cases. Give me the other 99%.
Oh, they're saying, but in those cases, it should be allowed.
Yeah, most Republicans,
But,
I'm sure, national right to
Kasich is
life
against
would
it, though,
say
right?
that.
Kasich is against rape and incest abortions.
They're all against rape and incest.
No, abortions.
Well, rape is bad, but incest, I think, is between two consenting adults, or at least one.
But to take these extreme positions that aren't even the position of the base, the positions on trade. I mean, this crazy libertarian free trade that helps global internationalist billionaires but doesn't help the working class in America. No, Trump is over and over again looking at each issue and taking the actual popular position on these issues, which is why he keeps being attacked as not a real Republican, which I so love. You have half the country saying, oh, he's not a real Republican. That's fantastic. Thanks for reminding me.
Is there anything he's got to do to win the general election differently?
No, what's so great about him,
really?
I mean, he is so totally shaking up politics as we know it. And one thing he's doing is, and as some of the examples I just gave illustrate, he never ran a primary election and then switched to, moved to the left for the general. He has been running a general election from the beginning.
Because a lot of the experts, I said experts, they're on TV, say that in the general election, he's in trouble against Hillary, right?
I am sure they will continue to say that. And
but you don't believe that?
They said a lot of stuff a long time about him being out the race from day one.
Right. Yeah, who's been right about it all along? I guess.
Coulter. True. But it's the way they're so rattled by Trump.
I don't think it's going to be Hillary.
They're very rattled by him. And a guy like you said, Reagan, or even Clinton in the early 90s, wouldn't have been rattled by him. Those guys were like really professional, smooth guys. The way these guys just panic and fall apart, they're the worst. They're the worst. Oh, no, Trump's doing all that. Reagan would have dismissed it.
Yeah.
And so would, and again, Clinton in the 90s was a fucking beast.
Because people people are now used to a culture where if somebody says something, not their actions, but if somebody says something, you can take them down on what they said.
Yes.
And in this case, it's not the case.
Right.
Like, okay, I'll say something else. So it's kind of they're freaking out because they're not used to dealing with a situation. They're like, no, this is not the way it works now. You say something, we attack, and everybody stops.
Yes.
They're not used to somebody not apologizing and bending. Yeah.
It's amazing what he's getting away with.
Little Marco, let me explain.
But he destroyed Jeb Bush with that low energy. It's like that's who that guy is as a man. Like he just fucking.
He never shook it. Trump said it. He never shook it.
He hit him early too.
He's the master of the one-punch knockout.
He went right at him. He hit him early.
He has something. He says something that's totally true. It's short. It's quick. I mean, they were claiming when Rubio was doing all that stuff about Trump wetting his pants, they were saying, Rubio's getting in the gutter with Trump. No, you can't do it right. Trump doesn't go on and try one thing, and he was crying and his makeup was running and this. I mean, he was just throwing the kitchen sink, and none of it bore any relation to Trump. Whereas, like you say, with Jeb low energy, with Rubio, little Rubio, with Carly Fiorina, look at that face. Would anybody vote for that face? They tried to turn it into a sexist remark. No, she's a sourpuss. Yeah. Everyone could see just when she never smiled. She is such a sourpuss. He was right about the face. He is the master of the one-punch knockout.
He's a great deconstructor. Yeah. A good one-line deconstructor.
I think Rubio was at a restaurant last night. I always tell the truth, even when I lie. He probably went through the whole speech, walking over there.
So say goodnight to the little guy.
You people, you look at me.
We should break, though.
Hey, why not? Let's get back to the Irish party.
Oh, my God. Well, you take it away, Dennis.
Oh, my God.
Danny.
That's it? That's how we go to break?
Little McNamara's band. We've got to go traditional. Although
Denny's right. McNamara's band.
And when we play a funeral, sure, we play the march from Saul.
Now let's belly up to the bar and get a couple of green ones. For the Guinness.
There's no Guinness in here, Dennis Falcone.
Well, we need to get some.
Colin, what do you think? You finally have arrived. You got some headphones from the radio show.
Hey!
Rolling. You guys should have fucking offered me this a long time ago. Thank God Roland finally realized the error of his ways.
Yes.
What did he offer you? Headphones?
He offered me the headphones, but it was sort of like a half, bribe, because I was kind of like, he's like, you going to do Unmasked again? I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, we could set up for this. And I was like, well, I'm kind of just half yesing you to death, Roland.
You're not ready to do another one.
And then he goes, hey, do you have the headphones? And I was like, oh, I get it. I said, no, I don't.
Why can't it just be a nice gesture? Why are you always suspicious?
That's right, Colin.
Well, I'm saying,
why are you suspicious?
I'm putting myself as complicit, too. It's not just Roland. I'm putting Roland, me, and Bennington, and you guys for not giving me these headphones 2 years ago.
No, you said you said Roland, you said Bennington. That meant something.
I think you should just enjoy the headphones as a nice gesture on this St. Patty's Day.
And blow off the Unmasked.
And blow off the Unmasked. I don't care about that. Just know you got some nice headphones now as you go to the doctor's office for your foot.
And then Ann asked me about the foot on the break. I was like, I don't want to go into it again. It's already boring enough the first time.
It was a good story.
It's a great story.
It was a wonderful story.
It was not a wonderful story. It was a boring story.
It was wonderful, and it got Dennis Falcone to play Footloose.
Yeah, a little feet story. He's got little tender feet.
I got the address.
Pull up the charts again. Let's see his foot.
Can we see your foot?
No.
Was it run over by a cab?
You can't see anything. No.
Oh, okay. That's all I really wanted to know. They scare me.
Cabs?
Wait, what scares you?
Being hit by a car in New York.
Well,
why do you watch it going?
Haven't you? The New York Times has and it's all happening. Well, part of it is because there's all those free bikes.
Yes.
People are getting
the city
so
bikes.
many
They're not free though, but yeah.
In New York, okay, but they're encouraging bicycling. You can't be
I-
bicycling next to cars
I
that
do it
are
every
turning
day.
and doors opening.
I do
But
it.
there are a lot more people being hit by cars, concussions, and also
It's the
listening to your
worst.
iPhone.
Now they're
One
gonna
time
start slashing people from bikes.
One time a year, I go flying because someone is opening up a door, and I barely ride on the.
Anne's adorable, thinking that if she get hit by a car in New York, it's accidental. They'll get you on the sidewalk, Anne, if they want you.
I am a huge hit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a huge hit.
I hate these fucking city bikes.
They're
I hate
everywhere.
them because I drive.
Right.
So it's like everything's been closed down. You can't park anymore. Broadway is 2 lanes. Stop.
They took away a lot of
Yeah,
spots.
I know. It's all gone. Well, Bloomberg did. They paved them back when they wouldn't do his
Yeah,
thing.
the whole toll thing. Yeah, it's really enraging.
This is his way of getting back at the city.
I
Yeah.
love the bike lanes.
I mean, to sound like a real New Yorker, I mean, I like the way the old Big Apple used to be.
That says it all, Jimmy. You speak the lingo.
How many people are getting hit by cars in New York, according to the New York Times?
No,
Do you have
not
any
they
numbers?
haven't. Actually, they may have done that, but one of my friends looked up. It's very hard. The New York Times has been writing about it a lot because one of their editors got hit by a car. But one of my doctor friends looked up the number of concussions and said it's very hard to find on the New York City page, but that it's been going up astronomically since we have all these bikes.
I'm
not
sure.
surprisingly.
I believe it.
How many lawsuits you think that City Bike has?
You probably have to sign something
City
when you
Bike?
sign up for that.
Against City Bike or against the cars hitting?
Yeah, if you're going to
Cars, you
sue the
probably
cab
sue.
driver, you're
I'm
probably
thinking
not
that
gonna get much.
they're trying to sue City Bike even though they signed some shit.
Yeah, I
would
probably
imagine.
can't. You probably have to release them from any liability to an accident you have.
See, the bike lanes work as long as the bike lanes are open. But if you ride on the bike lanes, what you learn is that people park in them, double park in them, or they'll like the delivery guys that have the UPS trucks there and shit in it. So you got to drive out of those lanes.
Oh, okay.
And that's what puts you in the traffic into cars.
I know. I saw the Kevin Bacon movie. I remember.
What movie?
Quicksilver? What was it called?
I think it was. I think Colin's right. And then the pedestrians don't notice they're in a bike lane.
Yeah, they
Hold
don't
on,
notice it.
someone made a good call.
Huh? Ah, Danny Queen. Nice.
Yeah, pedestrians never know they're standing right there.
I hate the bike lanes. Fucking put traffic
Danny,
down.
can I just give one small criticism? Sometimes it's a little on the nose. Can you just kind of have one of those things where we have to kind of go, oh, that's why it's a bike song?
But he played the wall when Ann was talking about the wall.
Oh, you
didn't even notice.
Either did I.
Yeah,
Thank
That
you.
was underneath.
No
all
praise,
nice.
only
Some Pink
criticism.
Floyd.
What's that?
No praise for Denny, only criticism.
It's
You
a
find out.
legitimate thing.
You find out when he's
I'm legitimate,
botching.
Denny. Sometimes you have to go, oh, bicycle. What else can I put that doesn't have the word bicycle in it necessarily? And then people have
Well,
to
what
guess.
other song
And
would
then you
there
look
have
like
been?
the sophisticated.
How about you tell us
Do
a
it,
song?
Denny. I'm fucking right.
How about you tell us one? That
No,
would
if
work.
Denny played another one, we'd all be going, why don't you play Queen's Bicycle? It's right there, stupid. Denny's going to no win.
I wouldn't be doing that, you goddamn.
You lose, you still win.
I'm going to look up bike songs now for you, Carl.
No, it doesn't
I'm gonna
have
find-
to
I'm gonna
necessarily
find
have
enough.
bike in it.
I understand.
Yeah.
It could be wheels.
Life
go,
in the fast lane. That
right,
might have
wheels
been it.
go. That could have been it.
But,
Wheel
yeah.
in the sky.
Something with wheels, something.
Okay.
With
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No, that's right. Say it. The magic is lost. Now that I said it. The thing if you say to someone, tell me I'm a good fuck, and they go, you're a good fuck. It's not the same.
He's a goddamn machine.
Yeah, he really is.
Let's see.
He's a jukebox on the spectrum.
DJ Asperger's.
Oh, that's it.
You are the worst.
Jimmy
Leave alone,
said, bring
Jimmy.
back the magic, so I will.
The line of the day.
Oh, it's magic.
Jukebox on the spectrum. Oh my God, Danny! I don't know if you'll ever get over that one. You used to hate that big dick thing. Well, remember about this one. Danny has a giant cock, but he's ashamed of it. Ann. Just to
Thank
catch
you for
up.
explaining. I feel much more in with the conversation.
We don't
now.
understand why, but he's
Yeah.
very. Anytime people bring up his giant cock, he's like, "Stop!"
Yeah.
He gets mad.
It's weird. It's like the rich kid who's got too many toys. He's embarrassed by his gifts. You know what I mean? This just happened to be one from the Lord. He's embarrassed as a kid, but I did all tease him.
There's no other bike songs. I checked for you, Carl.
No, that's the point. It's not going to have the word.
No, I did. I wasn't going with bike in the title even.
Like,
Well, like you said, life in the fast lane was not bad.
Yeah,
that was
or
pretty
the
good.
wheel in the sky,
Wheel in
or
the
how
sky.
about And maybe a little something about motorcycle
Oh,
riding.
look at all those.
Ooh, yeah, I don't recognize any of these, though.
Sherrod.
Yes.
No, they don't have to be about bicycles. My whole point is
Yeah,
not.
I like this.
Exactly.
Thank you, Denny.
My whole point is he plays it in an ideal world that I would never. He plays. You know what the fuck is that? And he goes,
Here's what you should have looked up. How about songs that are a euphemism for bike? How deep do you want them to go? Songs that imply bike. Can you look that up?
I like things to open up on mine. All I know is this.
All right, now we're with songs that imply bicycle. Is that good enough for you, Colin?
Let's see, 9 songs about total women's cycling.
All right, let's try
Is there
this.
something wrong with not wanting to be saying, hey, bicycle, and then hear bicycle?
Yeah, I know. I understand.
We
but
understand
I
what
kind of
you're
liked it.
saying.
I thought it was a good pickup.
Now we're
a fucking bat over the head.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Now we're in the category songs that imply bicycling, just to make Colin a little happier today.
Yeah. Welcome back to On the Nose Falcone from 2 to 4.
Like that.
I don't recognize any of these.
Hawkwind. That's Lemmy.
What? Is it really?
Lenny used to sing in Hawkwind. I don't know if he was.
Oh, okay.
Played in Hawkwind. I don't know if he was actually at that time.
All right. Well, that's going to be pretty obscure for most of us.
Yeah, how about Iron Horse? Motorhead song about motorcycles?
These guys.
Look at this.
It's 1972. Hawkwind, Silver Machine.
I don't even know this song. Wow.
Hey, that looks like somebody famous from today.
It's Motorhead, the game.
Sounds good. It's 1972?
No, I don't know what just happened.
Denny just.
Denny's
all over the
Denny,
place.
Denny just decided to step on it.
I think I fucked with Denny's thing. And you hear even his voice like Motorhead.
Yeah.
He's all pumped out now. He can't wait to go to your fucking doctor.
You
Get out of here.
You Trump person of lower energied him. He feels exposed and nude now.
I Jeb Bushed.
Yeah, you did.
Denny.
You Jeb Bushed him.
Flushed up.
You all right,
You'll
Denny?
bounce back. Just hang in there back
You all
there.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Denny.
Don't panic on us.
Yeah, no, it's just a slow connection. That's you'll be fine back there.
I can't believe we got to lose Colin for a foot doctor.
One little defeat, Danny. Don't let it get to you.
Yeah, you're still batting.
Yeah, you're doing great.
No, because what I did was I attacked his entire his mindset and philosophy. That's why he's so fucking
But wait,
upset.
are you really not going to the most popular parade all year?
What, the St. Patrick's Day parade?
No, that's what you told
Yeah,
me
I'm
when I
gonna
walked
go.
in. Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm going to go on my way to the doctor, on my way back.
They're going to rush you over there. You're going to get rushed.
I should get rushed. I should be the fucking Grand Marshal.
Yeah, you
should be.
Who
Yes.
is it this year?
This guy, George Mitchell.
Who's that?
Oh.
Some old guy. He's half Irish, half Arab. I looked him up
Yeah.
last night.
He was, what, a
A
senator
little
from
time on my
Maine.
hands.
From Maine, right?
What's that?
It's weird, wasn't he
he's
the
in Maine.
senator
That's
from
a-
Maine?
Yeah.
Would you like to be the Grand Marshal of the parade?
Yes.
You should be.
I've wanted to be for a long time.
George Mitchell, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's from Maine.
Let's start a petition to get Colin as the Grand Marshal.
And I didn't know he
Yes.
had any Irish in him. I thought of him as Arab.
Yeah, half Arab, half Irish.
Yeah.
Well,
That's how you see them. If they got a little Arab in
Little
them, that's
Arab.
all you can see. That's all.
No, I worked for the Arab senator. That's why I knew who the Arabs were. Spence Abraham.
Abraham.
Little Buster
Him.
Rhymes.
Easy. Don't spend money. Sure, when he's in the office, you call him Abraham.
He was a
Thank you,
Christian
Dennis.
Lebanese.
I'm
from
sure you didn't call the word Abraham around that office. You might have been like, Senator, how are you? We'll leave your last name out of it for now.
that's him?
There we go. Look at it.
we get
I'll
Arab
tell you,
money.
he cuts a dashing figure. I'll give him that much.
Yeah, you could easily do this then.
You should be the Grand
Let's
Marshal.
try for next year.
I
And
will
start a
be.
petition.
One day I will be.
For the big one. For this
One day.
No, don't start a petition because
Let's start a
there's no money
petition.
in it. If you're going to start a petition for me, I want it to be pay off financially. I don't want to fucking petition.
It will, but your
need
profile will rise.
No, I need
And-
cash.
Well, hold on, but you'll get.
Profile's not going to rise for being a Grand Marshal.
Sure, well, the whole city will be a buzz about you.
No, they won't.
Who's the Grand Marshal? Didn't you hear? Oh my God! Let's look him
Nobody.
up.
I was the only one in this room that knew who the Grand Marshal was.
I didn't even realize there
Why
was
would
one.
we know that?
I thought it was Bono.
Why are we supposed to know that?
Every year.
Why don't we start a Kickstarter?
That's
Maybe?
to get them.
Just start a Kickstarter to raise
Kickstarter,
money, but don't tell them what it's for. I tried that once on Twitter. I said it's for an important project. I sent money.
Didn't go well.
You know how these people are. They're very selfish. Like, you have money. I'm broke. I was like, all right. We'll start Kiss started for you next, I told him.
Oh, boy. He's got the song for you.
Yeah. There we
Money,
go.
money, money.
There we go.
It's Trump's song, too.
Denny, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh, the apprentice.
He didn't learn the lesson from 10 minutes ago.
Who sings this?
Who sings this, Denny?
The OJ.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
10 minutes ago, he had the opportunity to learn a lesson. He did not learn this lesson.
I feel like Denny is really just slapping me in the face with his giant cock
That's
right
true.
now.
Here comes Pink Floyd's Money next.
That would have been too obvious.
Ah, you're right.
Oh, but this isn't.
As opposed to them just shouting money into the microphone.
It's pretty much the only lyric.
Yeah. There's one thing they say, money, money, money. What's next? Money, more money, money, money. Oh, Denny.
Bye.
Denny's really letting me have it. He's going, fuck you.
Did we cover the politics, eh? What else is on your mind with this whole thing? We did the Trump, we did the Hillary, right?
Destruction
Would you
of
like me
the
to-
Republican leadership. That's a great
That's
thing.
amazing, huh?
I know.
Wait, this is going to be a long conversation. I have to leave in 2 minutes.
Oh, relax. Why don't you be late for the doctor already?
No way.
Why?
I waited a long time for this appointment.
But what's
How long? How long?
Like, well, I had to cancel the other day. I forget why, but I had to cancel. And then today, yeah.
Can I ask you
Wow,
something?
it sounds like forever.
It was 3 weeks.
Colin, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
What is the doctor actually going to do for you today?
Yeah. I told you somebody doesn't give you a shot. This is why this was
Steroids?
Shot in a hill.
Steroids, maybe?
Either give you a shot or steroids or something, or then they manipulate it, you know.
Manipulate.
Massage. You get a foot massage from a doctor. So they go over there and rub your feet.
Reflexology.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get out
And
of
it's a
here.
medical office, so that you won't have to be embarrassed if you get an erection. Totally normal. You know how many times that doctor had to say it to Colin? Dude, don't be embarrassed. It's totally normal.
Let's get it out of my mouth.
A man to have his feet rubbed by another man, and pain becomes pleasure very quickly.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, a little pre-release is totally normal. Don't be embarrassed.
I'm starting to think he doesn't have a foot problem.
Not at all. He just goes in there and gets his feet rubbed
by an old man.
By a doctor with firm hands. He likes the smell of the medical office. Colin can't come unless he hears the crinkle of that paper underneath him.
Oh, where are you going, Colin?
Well, I'm not keeping up.
Oh my God, he's early for this appointment.
Can't wait to get there.
It's not even an appointment. He's going on standby in case someone doesn't show up.
He can't wait to get to the doctor's office.
No, he really can't.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, Colin, he's got a doctor song on for you.
Well, Doctor My Eyes, Jackson Brown.
He did a little Jackson Brown for you. How's that?
I honestly, I would have gone with Little Feat, a song by Little Feat. Then we would go, what the fuck is that? And I would have known, oh, that's Little Feat, the band. But it wouldn't have been a good song.
How about another fellow Irishman before you leave? One more hit before you split.
Sure.
Gilbert O'Sullivan and Get Down. Turn it up louder in stereo.
Thanks, Denny.
All right, Colin Quinn. You got a song as he
Take care,
leaves?
buddy.
Maybe a song as he leaves?
Good luck with your feet, Colin.
How about this one?
Yeah.
Fellow Irishman,
Yeah.
Van Morrison.
Oh, pal, love you.
Yeah.
He's a good fella.
Yeah, I hope it works out.
All right.
I hope they Kunta Kinte you.
What's wrong with you, Jimmy? Oh, man. It couldn't get his foot.
Oh, my God.
I hope Kathy Bates is his doctor.
Yeah. Nice sledgehammer to the side of the foot. Stop your whinging.
Right.
He could have made his appointment later.
Of course. What the fuck? He just took the energy with him, man.
Yeah.
He's the worst. He's selfish on this
I'm
Irish.
kidding.
Irish day.
We'll survive.
You're working on your laptop as you do a radio show.
No.
That's some multitasking.
No, I just wanted to get directions to where I'm going next.
You doing a little more radio today?
Mm-hmm.
Did you find them?
Yes, I did, but I wasn't doing any more work. I just kept it open to make sure it would go through to my email.
Gotcha.
What are you doing? You can't. I'm so bummed. I have this notebook program, and I think it erased all my notes, and I'm out of my mind, bummed. And I would just talk things into it. Like, you could just sit down and just start writing. I can't do that. Like, I have to talk things out and then start editing the voice text.
Yeah. I don't do it that way, but columns go a lot faster, or books or chapters. If I rap with my friends about it on the phone, preferably argue a little bit. But you do have to. That's why I write like I talk.
Yeah, I find talking helps a lot. I just can't sit
Yeah.
down and get that first sentence, so I'll talk a bunch of just a series amazing.
Yeah.
Or then you voice text a bunch of shit, email it to myself, and I'll
They
open
go
it and it's
through
like,
it.
wow, that's 680 words. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Now I edit it down.
I
and
don't
there's-
do that, but I do think it all through as if I'm. You got to talk it out first.
It's so hard to get. It's that first one to get started. It's like, oh, can't get started.
I think you're in your own head.
Yeah, but I hate starting unless I've talked it out first, like that, like she said. But you write so much. You're very prolific. You write so many books and so many artists. Like Jesus, I could never have the discipline to do that.
Well, maybe you need a little inspiration.
He's back. Start it up, Jimmy. Denny is back.
And let's roll those stones.
After a humiliating fall down a flight of steps, Denny is back.
And I think Colin would have appreciated that one.
Yes, he would have.
He would have appreciated that one.
Yeah. Right now he's fucking hobbling down 6th Avenue looking for a subway that's open.
He's going to get rushed by drunk.
I hope they step on his bad foot too, accidentally. Step on his corns. Oh, it's awful. His heel spurs. Who gets fucking heel spurs?
Oh, no. That's an old age thing, isn't it?
Of course it is.
It has to be.
He probably wears bad shoes for himself.
Right.
He doesn't know how to get like. Yeah, I have orthotics. My feet are in good shape. Thank the God.
He's got proper padding. He told us that.
That's one of the first signs of looking old is walking old.
Yep. Work your legs in the gym. Always work your legs
Always
in the
work
gym
your
because you
legs.
need your legs when you get older. It's the worst.
That old man walk.
We said it yesterday.
Brutal.
Colin Quinn has never aged since we met him.
Yeah.
At least 16 years ago.
Yeah, he's looked 60 since 1992.
He's finally looking his age after 16 years.
Yeah.
Finally. Yes. Fucking guy hasn't aged, though.
Yeah, that Charlie Brown head finally matches his birth certificate. Fucking awful brown corduroy coat with patches on the elbows. Oh.
He's always listening. You know he's going to get us
Good,
back.
I hope he hears that. I want him to know that I feel that way.
He needs to know, huh?
He always comes in here with some obscure thing we did on the show. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's listening for you?
Hey, that time Norton wanted the banana. Fuck him with this banana. I'm hungry.
Right, exactly.
Hey, Opie, you're Irish, right?
No.
Really? You
A little
sure
drop.
look like
A little
it.
drop. I know, but I'm not. Polish, German, whatever. I got family from Canada, so whatever they were. I don't know.
Hughes was
I have no
Irish.
fucking idea. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't even know
the
your
name is
last
sort of an
name,
Irish, an Irish name, but I don't have a lot in me.
Right.
Just a little touch. That's about it.
I have most Irish in me. I have no attachment to the parade. I hate it.
Wait, you're mostly Irish?
70 or 80%.
I didn't know that.
A little bit
I
of
didn't
German, a little
fucking
bit of
know that.
Italian. The majority of me is Irish, yeah. But
I'm a mutt. I'm an American. I'm just everything.
I just have no allegiance to it. It ties up the city. I hate like the Thanksgiving
Right.
parade and Halloween. I love.
Yeah.
It's going to parade and Halloween.
Everything else they should scrap and make, like you said, send them to the garden. All of them
Yeah.
walk in a fucking circle and just wave at each other.
Right.
I hate it.
No, and people can go and see them.
It is festive.
I
Young
like
guys-
traffic to flow.
Like I said, I'm not that Irish, but I still enjoy it.
One of the
Right,
best
The
parts.
city's in a good mood today.
One of the best parts of growing up in a city is going to the parades. Like if you're a high school student, it's like that's what you wanna experience, that kind of shit.
Yeah, I
Right,
guess
so we're going to have 3 big ones every year, and that's it.
Thanksgiving.
Caribbean Day Parade will not go anywhere.
But that's not in Manhattan,
It's
right?
Brooklyn, so
Yeah, so okay, you guys can have it. I'd object if I lived in Brooklyn because it screws up the traffic so much.
It's
and
so great.
And I have another idea. I think there should be a New York City law prohibiting presidents from visiting New York.
Yes, unless you could cut
Totally
down the
non-
a Battery
Nonpartisan.
Park and only. They'll only let them go downtown where they don't affect the rest
No,
of us.
just totally
Go to
nonpartisan.
Staten
I don't
Island.
care if they're
Yeah.
Republican or Democrat. They shouldn't be. We're a tiny little island. We get by on this little grid system. When they shut down one street, it ruins everything, and they could still come in. You
one
see,
street. They
But-
shut down
all streets. I'm right there by
Right.
I'm by
They
the
shut
UN.
down the
But-
whole path.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
saying you shut down
I mean,
a
the
single
whole route to where he's
street
going.
and it screws everything
Right.
up. Imagine all these streets. Now they could still come in the way Clinton used to see his mistress, but they couldn't come in
Whoa.
officially.
Hey, what's that about, Ed Coulter?
Remember?
How would he come in?
Yeah,
What mistress?
Give us
Oh,
some
he-
details.
I'm just saying they could sneak in
What mistress?
if that were the
the
law.
president could absolutely sneak in.
92
and
was
then
a
it
little
wouldn't
harder.
screw up the traffic.
So a little easier in 92, but now every single thing is a cell phone and everything is
Yeah.
Twitter and a picture. It's almost like in 20 years you can't keep things a secret as easily as you
Right,
could back then.
right.
Everything, no matter where you
It's
are,
got to the
everyone knows.
point.
Right.
It's such a hassle to move the president around that then you can't come here. Then go fucking somewhere else.
Right,
is.
4 years you get to be president.
They shut down the whole route. I've watched it many times.
We
over the
the
years.
Obama
It's
going
unbelievable.
into The View. It is a cool thing to watch a president, and I saw Bush go by one time. It's a cool thing
and
to
the
watch.
Pope was cool, too, to see him driving through the city.
Oh, I didn't.
You were out there for that?
Yes, he came
How
right
was
through
it?
my block, like 2 blocks from my block.
How close were you?
I was right there in the corner. They shut down 3rd Avenue. That's how you knew he was coming across the FDR or whatever, and coming off.
Okay,
and it was dope
your
to see
guys'
it.
excitement about seeing the president and the Pope in New York City is really going against message to my point.
No, I know, but I've never met a president, so I kind of get a kick out of seeing them
Okay, but
go
you
by.
go to Washington and see.
I'll explain.
No.
If you have nowhere to be and you're just hanging out, and then you see the motorcade where it's a couple cars slowly, and then the energy that just comes flying by you as the president's going.
And you can see him clear as day.
It's unbelievable.
We're watching
but
it right
if you're
now.
stuck in traffic 10 blocks away because they have to shut everything down, then it's a pain in the ass.
It's they were going the wrong way down Broadway when I saw Bush. It was really weird. Like they just go from A to B. They don't give a shit. And it was amazing to watch them going the wrong way on Broadway. And people cheered and booed when he went by, but it was cool to watch the limos.
I was trying to get the attention of a traffic cop. I'm saying, hey, they're doing something wrong there. I think you should get involved.
He's like, sir, mind your business.
Boy, there were a lot of cars around the president's limo.
It's even worse when the president was in town when they had the General Assembly at the UN a few months ago.
I bet he's not even in that
everything
one.
on the east side was shut down.
No, you see that. I mean, there's two
They
that
probably have doubles.
There's 2 cars that
That's
go
what
by,
I
and
do.
you're not sure which one he's in, but he's in. You see him clear as day. I'm with Sherrod.
Yeah,
They ought to put you in an SUV towards the front of the line.
Right.
I always thought, like, why don't they do that?
I bet you at times they do, depending.
He came to my building last year, and I was away, though. I was in L.A., and they shut the... I knew something was happening because they were towing cars off, and it was weird. So I asked my doorman, he goes, oh, some dignitaries coming. And there was a fundraiser in my building that Obama came to.
You must live in a nice building.
Yeah, it was, and I'm leaving it, but it was it's a good building. But I don't live on the floor there, like the 25th floor or whatever. And the rule was no pictures or anything. I think because people were paying a lot of money to take pictures in that.
I think they knew you were in L.A. too. I think the Secret
That's
Service.
the only reason Obama showed up is because he heard I wasn't going to be there.
It's not going to be there.
Yeah, I don't want that little creep bothering me. It's a terrible. It's a Thurston Obama III from Gilligan's Island.
Oh, you had a pretty good one just now. You did a little good Obama just now.
No, it wasn't that good. I was
Let's
trying.
hear it again.
No, I can't.
Now you're
I'm
going
on
to
the
put
spot.
pressures on. Yeah.
I like to slide him in.
Opie's impressions just kind of sneak out.
I slide him in.
Is he not going to be there?
Wow. It's a cool thing to watch.
When was the last time a president could get around? Well, obviously, we'd probably go back to JFK, but where you could get a president around where it wasn't this much of a hassle.
Did you see the video of the...
They've even pumped it up since Bush was in president.
The Secret Service driving... Is that the real... Did you see that video, Paul? The limo. The limo going backwards on a...
What?
Oh. The Secret Service driving thing.
Have you met Obama?
It's unbelievable, Opie. If this video is real...
don't like to meet
I don't know if it's real or what, but
Really?
they say it's the Secret Service...
Bush is the one I never wanted to meet.
Why? Because you liked him, or you didn't want to not
Because
like
you
him?
don't want to be able. You don't want to not
Look
be
at
able
this
to
shit.
attack
Oh,
that looks
someone.
fake.
And I mean, I suppose if you...
I don't know...
If I were a heartless person, I could meet them and then attack them, but I'd have a little more trouble.
It's harder,
doing
sure.
that. Yeah.
Wow.
No, now this looks real. At first it didn't look-
my God.
How spectacular is that?
Yeah, but why would the president want to go backwards? This is not realistic.
Look at that turn, money.
Emergency reverse training.
Whoa, that's cool.
When you Tokyo drift a limo, nigga.
He's literally driving that limo.
That looks CGI.
It looks CGI.
It does,
kinda.
right?
Yeah.
What's
or like
CGI?
a video game.
Oh,
Now
right
it looks
there
fake again.
did, Yeah.
It looks kind of video game.
Yeah, that's fake.
It looked fake, then it looked real for a second, now it looks fake.
Advanced driver training. First of all,
Let's
they
see
wouldn't
the
let
next
you
one.
film that.
Right,
The presidential Secret Service training is not on YouTube. But that might be someone else in a car that looks like him because that's the training they do.
Jimmy always ruins a good time with his logic.
That's true. In bed, too. My lack of erections.
Oh, you spin me.
Oh, but now that's a great one, Denny.
All right.
Right. Yeah, right. All right. Is that CGI, Paul, you think?
That right there, that back up there looks CGI up there.
No, it definitely is. It's
I see
probably
what you
somebody
mean
probably
now.
just said what they do, so somebody made the graphic.
I want to
for it.
see somebody do this.
Yeah, that'd be
Me too.
that'd be badass.
That's gangster shit.
Yeah.
That's not realistic. Good. That's where it looks CGI right
Now, a
there.
limo, I never saw somebody. I saw somebody drive like that in a regular car in Jersey, actually, at the raceway. But I did a show for Car and Driver, and this motherfucker was nice.
Yeah, they're amazing drivers. They can do that where they're going forward and then they spin and revert without stop. Like
It's unbelievable.
They're amazing drivers.
I was in a car with him when he slammed and kept spinning around, and we kept.
You You liked it?
It sounds like
yes, I loved
Colin
it.
driving
I loved
upstate.
Yeah, it does. Except for the whole spinning around thing. It's just nice. Slow and steady wins the race. That should be his personalized fucking license plate.
I love how he admits that the truck scared the fuck out of him. He has to slow down. And
I literally,
Like, oh, man.
I don't think I've ever
one
screamed
loves it.
louder about anything
Right.
than when I was in the back seat. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I was incensed.
What's wrong
I
with
was
you?
outraged. I was truly outraged.
It's little things like that push you over the edge.
Oh my God, his fucking Nana driving, looking at the foliage.
I bow to Ann's description of that. Never heard that before, where it's like a whale.
Yeah,
like you're
I'd like to
swimming,
get
and all of a
past
sudden
them.
you look to your right, and there's a whale. That's the truckers on a
And
highway.
if it's raining or snowing and the wheels are kicking shit in your, on
Dude,
your
they don't
windshield,
give a
Absolutely.
fuck.
It couldn't have been more perfect driving conditions. If it was rain or snow, I would have got it because
Yeah.
I slow down.
Right.
That wasn't the case.
Right.
Dry roads. We were actually seeing the illusion of water. And that's how dry it was. It could not have been more delightful driving conditions. And that asshole fucking slowed it down to 50 to allow the trucks to pass him.
The move is to try to pass them as fast as possible.
Right.
Get out of the way,
Just
yeah.
get the fuck past
Absolutely.
them.
Yeah.
Those guys don't give a fuck.
But they're not scary on dry. Again,
Yeah.
in bad
Yeah.
weather, sure.
Tell Tracy Morgan that.
yeah, that's the thing
Well,
with
that's-
Tracy.
yeah.
But they saw the truck driving recklessly before it
They knew
happened,
that-
so they said, "Let's get the fuck past this."
Oh.
And
Is that
then
true?
it was traffic
I
up
didn't
there
know
and
that.
stopped everything. So the truck barreled down on them.
Oh,
So
I
they
didn't-
already knew that guy was a problem?
They knew that guy was a problem, and they tried to get miles away from him, and got him ahead of him, and got him far from away from him, and then they ran into traffic and had to stop, and that's when the motherfucker came out.
I always pump the brakes. You ever when I'm stopped at like that long line of unexpected traffic and I see cars in the rear? That's a terror. I start pumping the brakes, pumping.
Yeah. So they see the red light.
And then they will see that. I mean, usually I've never been behind 47, so they
And
always see
apparently
it.
the dude put on Facebook before the accident happened with the truck thing. Now, you better get off the road tonight because somebody's getting killed.
Oh, did he really write that?
Oh yeah, I remember reading that.
That's
yeah.
when they said, he said that he put that on his Facebook before the accident.
Wow.
Allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly, but it's fucking facts.
Is that true? I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
Driver reportedly put, "It's my road, move or get hit."
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he meant it. Poor Kevin Roper. I feel bad
know,
for him
me too.
because he wasn't
trying to
drunk.
work.
He wasn't drunk.
Right.
He wasn't
just hadn't
high.
gotten enough
He was
sleep,
overworked.
right?
He just, fucked up. He fell asleep or whatever, which those guys.
Oh, that's so
Walmart
scary.
couldn't wait to get that out of the way.
I
Get
can't
all that
wait
taken
for
care of.
self-driving cars for this reason. There's so
We're
many. I
getting
mean,
there.
people. These women are afraid of people with guns. I'm afraid of people with cars, and
Agreed.
everybody's got a car.
Agreed.
At
Cars
least
are-
people know that guns can kill people. You put in, moron kids and people who are half asleep and people
texting
drinking
and while driving.
Texting. That's
Every
the worst.
dummy you see
Look at
walking
this
around the streets
self-stopping
got a
car.
car.
You ever see the self-stopping car?
Oh,
This
and it
is
hits the dude?
Yeah, it's a great
You've
test.
seen this, right?
Yeah.
No,
let's
I
play-
haven't
oh,
seen it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Watch this, Ann.
You don't
Turn
have
your
a-
music down,
Yes,
Danny.
Danny, please.
Jesus.
My God, Denny. Quick, get a Harry Chapin song for this next segment. Car accident.
I hear Gary Newman. I got it. But let's play the video now. All right. Testing this car out for the dealership.
Yeah, self-stopping. It's amazing. All the cameras are going. Here he goes.
Oh my gosh!
He didn't have it set. He didn't have it turned on.
It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
It wasn't turned
Did
on.
that really happen?
Oh,
Yes.
boy, did it. His confidence until his knees were buckling. He's like, this isn't happening. His confidence would not be wavered.
That guy's now walking around like Colin Quinn.
Oh, he really is.
It's like
I'll bet you that's what happened to Colin. He was doing a demonstration at some car show he was fucking booked to perform at.
Oh my gosh! It reminds me of RoboCop.
You broke some teeth out.
Remember when the bad RoboCop comes out and starts shooting people?
Yeah. When did this guy realize, oh, shit?
As his knees were being hit, he was like, I can't move. It's too late. He's alive, I'm sure.
He hit his mouth hard as shit on that hood.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at his mouth hit that fucking hood.
My favorite one is the Asian.
His hands didn't come out of his pockets. When you get hit by a car and your hands are still in your pockets, how the fuck does that happen? When you see a car coming and you don't, that's confidence. Right. He was afraid if he took his hands out of his pockets, it would show no faith in the product.
Right.
So as it's bearing down, he's going in a nanosecond. This is coming rather quickly, and his hands are going, let's get out of the pockets. What do you say? And he just won't do it.
He was playing pocket pool and didn't want to stop.
This by far is my favorite one.
Oh, yeah.
The garage worker crushed by a car. If we're going down this road for it. Yeah. Have you seen this one yet, Ed? This is my favorite.
I haven't seen this one.
Enjoy this one.
Are they pushing against them?
Oh, this is awful.
I think he yells, "Don't do that."
I don't know
or why you do that.
The best,
oh my gosh, that's awful.
the best is the sound of
the vapor. Is very good.
The best is the sound of the like the guy's panicking and it's in neutral.
Yes, and he pushing them. It sounds like it's still in reverse. And he pushing against them.
But literally, the guy, had he hit the thing wrong, would have just killed this guy again. He's just panicking. He doesn't know how to reverse it.
Wait a minute.
Listen for the don't do that.
That was awesome.
That's my favorite part.
Oh, you boys are horrible.
He's alive.
Don't do that. It was Bakula.
I'll say one thing though.
Yeah.
It was
whatever company made his glasses did that's the most perfectly fitted pair of glasses. His face bounced off that hood, and those glasses didn't budge.
Man,
my glasses would always slip off my face. I'd always be pushing them back up my greasy teenage nose. This fucking
You're
guy's
right.
glasses
They are perfect. That should be
amazingly
an ad
well.
for the glasses.
Oh my God, our glasses don't. They loop around the ears, and even this can happen to you.
That's stuff like this doesn't make you laugh. Oh,
He's
it
alive.
makes me laugh so hard.
It makes me laugh.
I mean, if I knew the person, it'd be a problem, obviously.
Yeah, he's alive.
his knees are crushed, right? His knees are crushed. They have to
I don't even care.
He got two Joe Klecko knees.
Probably.
Yeah, you hope he's okay.
And then his buddy takes forever to fucking back out.
How Asian is the woman driving his car?
We don't know if it's a woman or not.
Oh, that's right.
You know, it's a woman crushed that nigga knees.
You see?
Yeah.
And then this guy just walks into the
And
frame
looks at him.
and it's all confused about what happened. Look, he's confused. Huh?
Oh, and then the guy gets out to help
China
him.
Girl, David Bowie. Very good.
That's I gotta say this though. What a nice, neat garage that was until
It
his
is a
fucking knees
neat
were broken.
garage.
Yeah.
How well kept that is. Every place for everything.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's very OCD.
I didn't notice that at
OCD.
first.
That's a very OCD garage.
Guy walks in like, oh boy.
That's probably why this happened. There's probably a line of where you have to park the car up on, and
oh yeah, one of those bays. Whatever they're called.
Well, that was great.
That was like he got rammed.
Face. I've never seen a face bounce off anything so perfectly, and the glasses in tip-top shape.
And what camera? Who's shooting the camera? Where is that from?
A lot of countries have them.
Yeah,
Like the
everywhere.
reverse?
On the cars?
The car has the backup camera.
Russia has them because there's a whole thing where people get
wait
hit
a
by
minute.
cars on purpose in Russia.
You know what? Was that a backup camera or for
I think it was a backup camera.
What, the
Can we see
crash?
that?
Oh, they're backing in, you think?
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? Denny
When
might be right.
When I put my
Yeah.
car in reverse, you get the backup camera.
No, but you wouldn't. No, you know why, Denny? You wouldn't see the hood. No. The backup camera is usually in the trunk.
Yeah, ain't it down here somewhere? Yeah.
You know what? That looks like it could be the back of the car.
yeah.
Wait, no, watch, because you see it. No.
You don't see a you don't see a wheel or anything. I mean,
you're right. Maybe
No,
there's
that's
a-
the back of the car.
Yeah, because the dashboard wouldn't
Yeah.
be that
Because
close.
look where his hands are. He would never be that close to the windshield.
Yeah.
Denny.
Good call, Denny. You got a song for that? Backdoor man, maybe?
Yeah.
The doors? No, you know about that in Russia that they all have to drive with cameras now because people are just walking out into traffic.
Oh, trying to
get a
sue.
payday.
Oh, like
There's a whole montage on YouTube about that.
That's a big immigrant thing in this country.
Really?
Yeah. But all new crimes are coming in through immigration. They crash and cash.
Crash and cash.
So they get you to crash into them?
Yeah, the Mexicans get you to crash into them, and then they go to like the Pakistani lawyer to bring the fake lawsuit. I mean, different ethnic groups, but it's not an American thing.
was that?
It's huge. It's huge
I know the whole.
in LA.
I think the whole
thought
lawsuit
it
thing
was also happening here.
I have to give us credit for that one. The whole overly litigious thing that might be an American
We
thing.
kind of started that.
Yeah,
that's true,
I would assume
we don't have smart criminals. That's the danger. You bring in immigrants from cultures where every level of society is criminal. We have the system that then they come in with the key that American criminals don't have.
Got their claws.
And by the way, I have a multi-million dollar idea for you on these. The backup, the rear view camera on the cars. Why can't we just leave those on all the time? We would get rid of the blind spot.
Yes, it would.
You know, the blind spot, but you're always bumping into cars.
Some
or
cars have those
coming
all
into you.
full time running on cameras.
It's a fantastic idea, or at least let me turn it on when I want to change lanes.
Right.
What is this?
Dash camera accidents.
Can't we at least get rid of the cars coming right at you thing? Holy fuck! Aren't we past that? When you're driving down the road and the cars are literally flying right by your left.
What?
Oh yeah.
We're a sophisticated society. Can we at least get rid of those roads?
We need new infrastructure in this country.
Every road. I don't feel like trusting you as you're flying 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was reading Dick Cavett's book. He said that on weekends, 1 out of 5 that are driving toward you like that are drunk. Have had too much.
1 out of 5.
Actual
20%.
stats. Actual stats, 1 out of 5 on
That's
the weekend.
scary shit, man.
I've seen some. I watched one recently on another website, which is really graphic, and they showed. Oh boy, look at this one. This is going towards the cliff.
No.
Oh, that person should be all right.
Oh, they still going.
Oh man.
And they show this is why you don't ride your motorcycle at 200 miles an hour, and it's like a motorcycle cam. And you see like 5 cars ahead or whatever, like way up. These guys are flying.
Right.
And a guy on a motorcycle way up ahead has a head-on collision with a car.
Oh.
It's brutal.
That's from your website.
Really terrible.
Perfect song.
Yeah, because they show the
Jimmy goes
aftermath.
to, I forgot what site.
It's an awful, I'll tell you.
He goes to a horrible site. I don't know why.
What's wrong with you? You like that kind of stuff?
I don't like it. But I learned from those. I'm a safe driver.
Yeah.
Because I've seen those bodies all over and a leg missing. It's not just a theory.
Right.
I'm fucking 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, belt buckle Jimmy.
Yeah. I have a pilot friend who watches all the plane crash.
It becomes a very real thing.
Yeah.
When you see a body ripped apart because somebody got run over by a truck and they're still alive, you're like, you know what? I'm looking both ways before I cross the street.
Right.
But I realize it's a real thing without having to see the videos.
It just makes
I can't
it
see that shit.
I gotta see a little of it.
It makes it more
You have
real.
to see a little.
Maybe a little.
I've seen people ripped up by trains, so you know what? I don't go near. I look over my shoulder. I don't go near that fucking You know who goes near the platform edge? People that have never watched a video on Chaotic and seen somebody caught between the car.
I saw a lady hit by a train, not in person, but on one of those faces of death type of situations. She got knocked to pieces.
Jimmy 8 or 9 years ago tried to not turn us on, but show us our first beheading video when it became, a lot bigger than, there was a time that wasn't a big thing.
I was just going to ask about that.
And I watched for maybe the first couple seconds when it just started. I'm like, nope.
That was Eugene Armstrong.
Done.
He was one of those first contractors that was beheaded. There was 3 American contractors beheaded. Eugene Armstrong, I think, was the horrible. It was a horrible.
I turned away. I was like, no fucking way.
That's just fucking.
It's terrible.
I was like, no way. I saw the first couple seconds and I was done.
What's wrong with us?
Well, people are terrible.
Jimmy could do it. I can't
do it. It's very upsetting. I don't watch the beheadings anymore. I can't get through them. But it stopped me from going to Mexico. I won't go near Mexico after all those cartel beheadings and stuff.
You're wrong.
What?
You're wrong.
I would have went with Ozzy.
Ozzy sat here and invited him to Mexico, and then all of a sudden he forgot about everything.
I did have a gig, with
and he
Ozzy.
was scheduled to go, and then it got canceled
for a week. Me and Florentine, but the Ozzy actually canceled the gig. I think because I'm guessing they didn't want to spend a week in a resort for the same money he could probably make doing. I don't know why they canceled. They said he had a foot surgery.
Was it Mexico City?
No, I don't remember.
No, he was at that really nice resort. The one everyone goes to.
Cabo.
Hard Rock something.
No, shit. It doesn't matter that much.
Whatever
obviously.
it was. With him, I would have went
It's
to
a
Mexico.
really...
Even though I would have been the one, if they wanted money from Ozzy, they probably would have fucked with me and said, watch what happens to your friend. Like, it would have been like a Scarface thing. Ozzy would have been sitting there while they cut my leg off trying to get him. They wouldn't have killed Ozzy. They would have killed Ozzy's friend.
Yes.
Hey, Ozzy, this is what happened to you. You don't get the money. And I'd be like, Oz, what are you doing? I want to see what is going to happen. And I would have had a leg cut off, and then Ozzy would have coughed up the money and went home.
You were going to go to Riviera Maya. That's
yes, I
the
was.
place to go.
Yes, I was. I would have went with my friend of British origin. We would have had a good time.
I went a couple years ago for a wedding. I had the best time in Mexico.
How likely is it that Americans going to get kidnapped in Mexico and get beheaded?
Not beheaded.
In the resorts?
But I would have went with
but who
in a
cares?
decent resort.
I get surgery. Yeah,
no, it's not.
We went to Cancun and my boys got arrested, and we had to for something we wasn't even we wasn't even near. But they just arrest a whole bunch of people. You got to go down there and bail your friends out. That's what they do with tourists down there. And we actually bailed out a dude who wasn't even with us, but his friends didn't know he was in there. And they just arrested him for no reason. So I paid for his, then he went to the hotel.
What was the crime?
And somebody was fighting. Ja Rule was fighting in a fucking concert, so they just arrested 10 black dudes outside.
And you were your friend was one of them.
Yeah, one of my friends was one of them. All college kids, all college. And they know that you'll pay, or they'll just keep you there to the end of your vacation and then let you go.
Was he guilty of something?
No, zero.
Nothing?
And we went in there, it smelled like weed in a police station. The cop was smoking weed because they took weed off of one of the Mexican dudes. And then a Mexican dude who they arrested for murder pissed on a cop.
Wow.
And I never saw anybody get beat like this in my life.
Well, when you piss on a cop, that's in
Mexico.
That's a very brave. Yeah, but the cops are afraid of the cartels in Mexico.
And he's Mexican.
The cops are the cartels in Mexico.
Yeah, they are.
In some cases, the Zetas are. Yeah, they are. But they behead cops. Here, it's a big news when a cop gets killed. They literally will behead 6 to 8 cops and they'll put their heads in the street. Oh,
they delivered a
mayors.
prosecutor's head in a suitcase, I think, to the American embassy. He was investigating an American who had been killed there. And the Mexicans were the ones who pioneered videotape beheadings. Unlike ISIS, they do a lot of women and children.
And they hang them from the bridges. They'll hang cops from the bridges dead.
Oh, yeah. One of them, I wrote about him in my book, is an American anchor baby, 14 years old.
What's an anchor baby?
When they come here and have
born here, then go home. So, according to Justice Brennan, but no one else in the universe, that makes him an American citizen. So his mother runs across the border when she's pregnant. He gives birth here. He goes back at 14. He beheaded 3 men, and it was at a nice resort. It may have been Cabo. I forget what it was, but it was a ritzy resort.
Wow.
Beheads 3 men, cuts off their genitals, hangs the body from 3 bodies from a bridge. I mean, missing head and genitals. The heads and the genitals laying nearby. He got a very short time in prison. I think it was like a year or 2.
Well, they charged him with littering.
And now he's
ruining a good time.
He came back to America as if he's an American citizen because of the anchor baby thing.
Wow.
And the government won't tell us where he is. This frightening, vicious killer. But
well,
also
it sounds like he just hates Mexicans, so he can stay here, right?
But also notice the RNC/New York Times vision of this is if you're born in Mexico but you've spent a lot of time in the U.S., well, that makes you an American. But if you happen to have been born in America, grew up your entire life in Mexico, that also makes you an American. It's always heads we win, tails you lose.
By the way, the pioneering of the beheading videos, the Mexicans have certainly notched it up. It was Al Qaeda. It was Daniel Pearl was first, and then after Pearl was beheaded because the guy panicked to drop the camera, it was fucking Al Zarqawi. That Jordanian, they started filming all the American contractors being beheaded, and then the Mexicans saw that and went,
No, Mexicans started it. They absolutely started it.
I can't think of one beheading video by the Mexicans.
Well, maybe not of an American, but they've been doing it long
for a long time.
No, Al Qaeda got it from the Mexican cartels.
Yeah.
And in fact, when ISIS became big so that cable news could avoid talking about the amnesty bill not being defunded by Republicans, we had to hear about ISIS every night. A big beheading video going around then. It turned out later, no, that was a 1997 video from a Mexican drug cartel.
Okay.
So let me say this, Lyle. You think because of the cartels down at the southern border, is that the safest border as far as Al Qaeda is concerned? I don't think they're going to get through there.
I wouldn't count on that.
If nobody's going to fuck up that money. So money is the strongest force on earth.
But what are they going to stop an Al Qaeda guy from getting through?
And you got to go through a lot of fucking checkpoints before you can get through the border down there. And that's like Mexican.
You don't.
The drug dealers don't control it?
No, you just walk right through.
So no drug dealers are controlling that border at all. So any Mexican...
Well, I don't know what you mean by control. I mean, there's not like a checkpoint. Show me your ID, Abdul.
But people know that it's dangerous there, and they know when gangs control certain areas. But gangs control certain areas down there.
They're just looking for a taste, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying that the criminals will stop it just because they don't want to fuck up their money.
I think Al-Qaeda's smart enough to be too fucking frightened to go to Juarez to come through.
Exactly. That's what I think, too.
There's no way they're like, fuck you, we'll go through Canada. We're not going down there.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I think it's the most dangerous border that they control it, and ISIS won't even come through there. Because they'll get fucking beheaded.
Well, I think the real reason they don't come through the Mexican border is they can just fly into JFK and claim refugee status. And you get invited in, and absolutely no one will stop you, so why bother going to Juarez?
Yeah, didn't they just give Merkel over in Germany? They're not too happy with her policy.
For bringing over...
Yeah, man, all those refugees. They're pissed.
But, Germany needed it. Then they running out of young people and motherfuckers... working age people. Like Germany has a real problem with like young citizens. Like they don't have people like 20-year-olds and teenagers.
I think that's more southern
and
Europe.
workers.
I don't think Germany.
No, Germany was going through the same thing.
Which part of the well, are they going to have kids now when they can be grabbed, molested, raped? By all the refugees, if anything, that's not going to encourage a high birth rate.
Yeah, the rape came after. Well, the rape might, if you like it or not. Go to commercial.
Let's get some plugs in. Fuck it. Sherrod, what do you got? You had Race Wars last night.
Yes, that's out now. We're going to put that in. Ann was on last night. It was a great episode.
It was fantastic.
I heard it was a great episode.
It was fiery.
Nice.
And Tom Shalhoub came by because he got
beautiful.
beef with Samantha Bee on TBS because she attacked his show.
Why'd she attack his show?
Yeah, what?
It was weird. It's like it was a comedy satire show attacking another comedy satire show. It's weird.
Was she attacking it for real or making fun of it?
They made fun, but
for real.
The way they edited it,
they
though.
cut the joke.
He already did the joke on himself, but they cut that part out.
And then tell the same joke themselves as if he was saying it seriously on a Fox News show.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Oh, why would they do that?
It's kind of...
That's dirty.
It's kind of dirty.
It is dirty.
Why do they do that?
That's dirty.
It's people who are people are very weak and they feel like they have to edit certain things to get their point across instead of just letting it play through and then ridiculing it.
Yeah, because he already made fun of what the...
Right.
And they try to...
What do you make fun of?
It's a whole thing. I'll send you a clip of it. I got the clip on my phone.
It was a Martin Luther King special, and he's making fun of himself. I actually haven't seen the whole thing. I just heard him explain it. But, yeah, if you're playing a dork on TV, no, you can't cut that and run it like it's a serious... And that is what they always do to me and what they're doing to Trump now. They cut the punchline, cut the laughter, make it look like your punchline was being said in earnest anger as opposed to the punchline of the setup.
As opposed to it being the setup, right? Yes. Absolutely. Right.
Well, that's why it's weird when you do it like a comedy, a satire show, do it against another show like that. It's like...
Yeah, that's
the same shit.
You expect the news to do that shit. Yeah. When I first saw the Trump raising the hand thing, I got tricked a little bit because I didn't,
That was so outrageous.
I saw the news coverage. I was like, wow, that's a little fucked up. Then I did a little of my own research and went, oh my God, he's just fucking fooling around with his people. It's so obvious.
Pledge to vote for me.
Right.
It's unbelievable that they tried to make that look like a Heil Hitler.
Everyone knows
they had me for a second. They really did have me for a little bit.
Everyone knows that's not what you mean. And they're doing it on purpose. They just want to marry him to the Nazis.
It's dirty business.
Silly, man.
It's like, why not just go off the facts? Why do we got to do all this extra shit?
The problem is that they don't like the fact they don't control the narrative anymore. It bothers them that with social media and there's a million ways.
Thank you, Ann. Because they hate this guy, but they're certainly helping him.
But they can't
Every time this guy talks, they give him an hour on TV. They've been pumping up his status as well.
Because he's... I was watching last Saturday because there was all the hubbub about the riots, and everyone was all his opponents and liberals. Well, you're the ones who have created him because you keep putting him on TV. Put on, and I'm reading on my Twitter feed and every place else. Why don't you cover somebody else's rallies? And so I'm watching in the middle of the day this fantastic Trump rally to like 20,000 people there. He's talking about making America great again. He's making fun of the press. He's telling jokes. Everyone's laughing and having a good time. He's talking about immigration and the wall. Yeah. And then they cut to taking advice, John Kasich. Right. There are 100 people in the room, and it took him 20 minutes to describe some little program for autism he introduced. And I'm sitting watching this thinking, oh, I wonder why they're covering Trump.
They're tormented because they know it's great ratings.
Yeah.
They know everyone's going to tune in.
And also, I don't think it's helping Kasich.
No,
The
no, of
more
course
you
not.
see of him, oh, good grief.
He's still going old school. Look at that. Yeah, look at that.
I love the guy
Everyone
in the
has their
front.
arms just folded.
The guy in the front in the red shirt is my favorite. He's doing that because that's an automatic reflex. Whenever he sits, he covers his stomach because he's embarrassed by it.
He like a
So
before
he sits
picture
like
for
that every time.
Jared Fogle.
Oh, he's awful.
Jared's looking more like that in
He's really
prison.
chubbing up in jail.
So he enjoys Cake Day.
He certainly does. Which
No,
who
that's
among
what
us
came
wouldn't?
out.
Seriously?
They have Cake Day, and Jared Fogle enjoys Cake Day.
And he'll
so-
buy honey buns by the box.
Yeah, he does.
That's a sweet too.
Yes, no.
See, Ann uses her brain for real shit, and we just know that Jared Fogle loves Cake Day.
He loves his
What's wrong
motherfucker.
with us?
That's true. I don't know
She
who the
studied
Supreme
immigration,
Court...
and we're like, hey, you hear about Jared Fogle?
Yeah.
He loves a good honey bun.
Yeah. We know the dietary habits of a pedophile as opposed to who the Supreme Court nominee is.
As Ann just wrote another book as she
Yeah.
sat here. He's gained 30 pounds.
Yeah, he's really
3
chubbing up.
months.
And I'm
Yeah.
speculating that if he puts any more weight on,
He will.
eventually he's gonna hurt his endorsement.
You thinking?
Yeah, because so far Subway has said we're gonna stand by him. Every man's got his faults, but he can't fatten up in jail.
Did Subway say that, Jimmy?
It was a really weird thing. People expect him to walk away after the pedophile conviction or the child porn.
Yeah.
And they're like, look, who are we to judge?
Right.
He enjoys our sandwiches.
And Denny, for you, I would have went. He ain't heavy. He's my brother.
Well, I know,
All right?
I went
and
with it
Colin
too.
would have been would have respected you for that one.
Yeah, he's really, really plumping up in jail. He probably wants to make himself less attractive, too.
Yeah.
Plus, it's the salt. There's some salty shit in jail.
Dude,
You're gonna get fat.
It's his fingers that bother me.
Why?
Go back to that first picture. Look at
Oh,
his
boy.
fingers. Look at
They're
those.
long.
What? Look
He
at
has
those.
long.
Those are weird.
Yeah, he has long
Yeah.
fingers. He probably has a giant penis, if that's any indicator.
A giant thin one.
Giant thin
A long
dick.
thin one, I should say.
16 years is a long time to be in jail, man.
He's going to be punched in the face a few times.
A million times.
That's a long
more
time for
times.
anyone to be in jail, especially a famous guy who was looking at child porn.
How many years did he get?
16 federal.
I thought it was 15.
16
He might be right, maybe 15, but that's all you have to do.
You gonna do the whole time?
Most of it.
80%? 80, I think.
You got to do most of that.
Is it 80% of federal before parole?
I thought it was
That's a
50%,
long
but you
time,
could be
man.
right.
Can we look that up?
But I think
Paul?
he kind of wanted to go to jail. I think he wanted to be punished.
No,
for
he
this.
didn't.
I think he did.
Oh, no, he
you're
didn't.
crazy.
I don't think anybody
He was
ever
talking
wants to
about,
go
but
to
he was
jail.
talking about it like who talks about it with like charity people.
He's a
talking to the
dirtbag.
president.
He was trying to talk dirty.
What
That's
do
all
you
he was
mean
doing.
he was talking
I think he
about
was
it?
like confessing to because
Oh,
it was a story
maybe.
that he was confessing to. He was doing some charity in Florida, and this lady who ran the charity said many a times that he brought it up. He brought
What
up that
did
he had a problem with kids.
I think
that he
Really?
was attracted to kids.
Wait, hold on. It's-
Yes,
30
you know
years
what I'm
or
talking
more.
about.
Yeah, it was the reporter that broke the whole thing.
Yeah,
They
she was
they
setting
were
him up
talking
for
off
3
the record.
years, though.
He was trying to get with her daughter, I think.
He was trying to talk dirty
Yeah,
to
yeah.
her about it. He probably couldn't find anyone else in his life
He kinda confessed.
to talk dirty about it. So the fact that he thought this girl would, he was confessing, but he was also like, "Oh my God, what a trooper she!" He
Yeah.
probably couldn't believe his good fortune.
Right.
Because I've had girls talk about some weird stuff, and the fact that you get girls talk about weird stuff, it's like, oh my, that's phenomenal. You mean even if your feet are sweaty, I'll have to sniff them? Well,
Yes.
do tell.
Dude,
Now,
Oh
did
my
he just
God.
take the charge too? He didn't go to court or anything. They didn't do a trial. He just took the.
I don't know what he
For
did, but he
15
might have
years, it
Guilty.
would be 7 years, 6 months before parole.
7 years. Oh, maybe that's right. So it might
so
be.
that's right, 50%.
But wait, is 15 years the sentence or how much he will have to do?
No.
No, that was the sentence.
Oh, it
15 was the sentence.
Okay.
First, I felt like it was more than 50%.
Okay, then you're right.
too, but-
50%. Still, 7 years is a long time to do.
Do you think it made a difference that the women, that the underage girls were prostitutes?
Well, they were only 16. I don't even think it's that. I
They
think it's
were?
the child porn.
Yeah.
They were hookers.
Yeah,
They were
the
16.
child porn, probably.
And he was trying to get one to bring a younger girl.
Yeah.
And he had a foundation that he was
Yeah.
having the guy take pictures of the kid. He was a complete scumbag.
He's a
this guy.
dirtbag.
He wasn't just a guy that stumbled on it. He was actively having a guy give him
Yeah.
pictures, I
See,
think.
I don't
That's
think
a
you
problem.
get cured from this, and I'm not sure they should go to federal prisons, but I think once you've shown a predilection for this, they should have like little, towns you can go to,
Yeah.
but with a big wall around it.
Yeah.
And so they can't get out and they can sell things to one another and have a nice little life. It doesn't have to be a jail.
Yeah, I don't think you get
But
cured
once
from
you
this.
have that
No,
tendency,
I don't think so.
yeah.
Yeah, but first of all, that town You know, what town would be happy to, who would run for mayor?
I don't mean a literal town. I mean like a nursing home. It's a prison, but it doesn't have to be, there doesn't have to be, punishment involved in the prison. You can keep it nice, but you can never get out and you can never be around
Are they allowed
kids.
to play bingo in there?
Totally bingo.
Yes.
You can do bingo?
All the guards are midgets and dwarves, just to kind of give them a little eye candy. It's diaper day.
but the Girl Scouts aren't coming through to sell their cookies.
Right.
No. In a place like that? All right.
Look at them there. Look at bitch tits. Oh, that's a bad shot. Boy, they see that in the shower. They're looking at those titties in the shower. Oh, my goodness.
He's gained 30 since that. That's when they were taking him out of his house.
Look at the bosoms on him. They're all soft. He's got side breast. Those are delicious.
Yeah, he got side breasts.
Yeah,
that's when the mobile
like
home.
my auntie.
That was that when the mobile home pulls up to your house because they're investigating your. Oh boy!
Like a CSI type
I call
of
it a
mobile home?
I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like a CSI like mobile home arrives at your residence. You know they're going to be there a while. They're going to be there a while.
If there's one thing you don't want, the last thing you want is a photo of men carrying your computers while wearing FBI jackets. Oh, are you in Dutch? That's never. No one has ever had the FBI bring their computers back. Our mistake. By the time that happens,
Never.
they know.
So
They
they
know.
took his computers. I was like, this motherfucker did it.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Why are they going into his house with plastic bags and taking out electronic equipment? Oh, this is not good.
Oh, good. Oh, nerds.
This is never to find a file you lost.
Find this. Yeah.
They never apologize.
Find the
after they do
CSI
that.
truck that pulls up to your house when they mean business.
That crime van.
No, it's
big
huge.
truck. Yeah.
Paid out $1 million.
There you go. That's what pulled up to his house.
Oh man!
When there's so much crime in your house that they don't even want to have to go back to the lab. They want to begin analyzing in your driveway. How much crime is in this house? We're going to bring the lab to you.
You know they're going to be there a while when they set up catering in your driveway.
Is there yellow tape? Yes, around the entire property. Oh, fuck.
Oh, boy.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, man, the CSI van is outside.
You know how scared he must have been that day? He's driving home and he sees flashing lights. Because every day he was scared of getting caught.
Yeah.
And then he's coming down the street. He goes, wow, why is there crime scene tape? Oh, that's my property. Oh, and he's actually praying, I hope my wife died. Oh, God, I hope that's what it is. Please, God, please let that be a death in my house. They're carrying a bag out, and it doesn't look like a little body. Oh, boy, am I going to jail.
Oh man, it was.
Oh, his partner got arrested
That's
first.
the dude right there, right?
That guy got arrested first.
They probably wanted to tow his house away.
He was the guy actually taking the
Put it on
pictures.
wheels. Like I put it on a flatbed.
Let's just hook the house up and pull this away.
Who's still sharing child porn? Who's doing this?
I know. Put it on a hard drive and hand it to your friend.
Hand it to him.
Jesus, a thumb drive, you silly geese.
Tie it to a pigeon's ankle.
The fact that his guy who ran his charity or whatever, whoever that guy was, got busted. And he was...
Ratted.
And at first, Jared distanced himself. He's like, I don't know what he was doing, but he's going over, like, can they trace that? I bet you that all of his hard drives are nice and clean, and they only have, like, he must have wiped everything.
He had to. He's like, I could give you Jared.
I like the fact that there's a picture of a cop and someone else walking into a thing, and they have the Jared name with an arrow. Which one? The guy with the gun or the fat guy barefoot? I guess the guy with the gun would be the officer, and the fat barefoot guy would be the subway pitchman who likes children.
It looks like that might be a Subway shirt, too. I mean,
I'm glad they
you don't need the
specified.
arrow, right?
Might be.
He won't even tuck his shirt. He's the kind he pulls his way past his little fat midriff. Oh, his little fat midriff. Oh, Jared.
Should we break and then just wrap up next?
Oh, might as well. It's early 10:11. I have to tinkle.
Let's do a little break and then we'll wrap up. Are you sticking around for the wrap up?
How I can stay until
10:30.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's when we're ending today.
Oh, that would be
Excellent.
great.
Dennis, take us out.
All right, Jimmy mentioned this one before. He said he liked the Pogues.
Dirty Old Town.
So let's get this one on. Yeah. Dirty Old Town for Jimmy. Denny-O Falcone back in with the St. Patrick's Day festivities. Let's get some rockin' Irish music on. It's Flogging Molly. And that's Salty Dog. Yeah!
All right, we've had it with you.
Yep.
We've hit our limit.
I brought the fun.
You did.
Sure you did.
He's good for about 2.5 hours.
That's great.
Out of 3.5.
If you would have said minutes, I would have gone in agreement.
We're kind of wrapping up, but Ann Coulter, this was wonderful. You wanted to talk about Trump and the wall, I think, really fast. Right?
Yeah, because I asked her in the break if we always talk about Trump. I'm like, I don't know, the wall thing. And she's like, no, that actually makes sense.
Yeah, I actually think it's the simplest part of his program. And the one thing we know we'll get with him, Jim was saying, I think correctly, that, he's not going to get through everything he's promising. You do have to negotiate. He is a good negotiator. The wall is the easiest. He doesn't need a law passed by Congress. He's commander-in-chief. It's already his job to defend the borders, point one. Point two, whatever it costs, it's a deal at any price when you look at how much illegals are costing the nation. But point three, how does he get to pay for it? This is the easiest thing. We send Mexico billions of dollars in foreign aid. We're giving them money. I know, stop giving them that money and use it to build the wall. But what he says is in his immigration, and that's my suggestion in Adios America, what he says in his immigration policy paper is so much smarter only because he raises the issue of it. He says we're going to start taxing remittances. Mexican legals and illegals, especially illegals, send from American dollars back to Mexico $20 billion a year.
Wow.
$20 billion, which immediately goes into Carlos Slim's pocket. He owns 40% of all the companies on the Mexican Stock Exchange.
Right.
Who saved the New York Times from bankruptcy? Carlos Slim. That's why the New York Times can't be trusted on immigration. He's the richest man in the world, or is often ranked. I mean, he may be.
He's up there.
You can't trust the New York Times on immigration. They were saved from bankruptcy by a guy who makes his money off of illegal immigration to the U.S. And that money is being sent, just money vacuumed out of the American economy, money that can't be spent on houses or on tips or to hire, American gardeners. It's sucked out, sent to Mexico, and that's why I'm glad Trump mentioned it in his immigration policy paper, because it gets people aware of something
we should tax
that the media won't talk about.
That should be taxed now.
Yeah, well, that's what he says he's going to use to build the wall, plus the foreign aid we send them. That is the simplest part of his program.
So basically, one of the ways he'll pay for it with their money is subtracting it. Like, well, we're going to give you $1 billion, the wall costs $500 million, so you get $500 million. So technically, they are paying for it.
Right.
Okay. Makes sense.
That makes total sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
I say we leave it with that. Right?
I mean,
go Trump,
why
go.
not? You wouldn't say, I don't think Trump.
Unless there's something that happens that I just hate, I would. He's the first time I don't vote. I haven't voted since '92 for Perot, and I'm not saying that proudly. I just don't typically like them. But,
Obama, you didn't vote for, Jimmy?
No, and I actually like Obama. I really do. I like President Obama.
I know you do.
But I would vote for Trump.
I got one
as of right now.
I got one last question for Ann. So, general election, I've heard he's got to unify the party a little bit to get more votes, right?
Yeah.
And then he's got to kind of get some more of the minority vote, or he's in trouble with Hillary. Is that true or not?
Not really. I mean, I think he will get definitely more black votes than any other Republican. I think he will get more Hispanic votes than any other Republican would. But in fact, he doesn't really need it that much. The Democrats have tricked my party, which is not very smart, the Republican Party, into obsessing over getting more of the Hispanic vote. No, white people are still 72% of the electorate, and a lot of them haven't been voting for the past 30 years because their interests have been left behind. If he just drives up, he's not trying to do this, but if he simply drove up the white vote, which he is absolutely doing, the working class white vote, that's going to be enough. But Sherrod and I have been talking about this. A lot of black people like Trump, and they should,
on
because
the coast.
He cares
people on the
about
coast because they not as
their jobs.
Yeah, the thing about jobs.
He's going to bring the jobs back. And weirdly, he's jujitsu'd the press this way. The more they talk about how Trump is mean to Mexicans, the more his black vote goes up.
Interesting.
Because they're taking the jobs away.
Right. And is Hillary healthy?
It's all about jobs, man.
That's a good question.
No, I'm serious.
What, you mean like mentally?
No, the coughing.
The coughing thing, and they sort of hint that, but no one is really saying it.
She sounds like Don Corleone in The Garden.
Some days.
They were old school sprayers.
I got excited. I had to join you with that cough. Sorry. But
I like her barking.
Hillary's going to win, man. Hillary's going to win the presidency.
Okay, wait. I was trying to figure out
Hillary's
the bet
winning.
we're going to have over that. I think Trump wins and crushes Hillary.
That convention's going to be butter. We got to go down for the
demographics
convention.
have changed, but I think he's the only one who has a chance of beating her .1, and I think he will win in the end, so I want to make a bet on it, but it has to be something reasonable like dinner.
Okay, dinner.
Because whenever I
was
win
gonna say
huge
oral,
bets,
but I
you can't get them to pay.
Dinner's nice because you win or lose, you get to have dinner with Ann Coulter. That's a nice
right.
time.
Yeah.
Just a matter of whether you pick up the check.
And she's going to pay for the check anyway because I'm a dine and dash. I'll be ready to the restroom. I'm going to the restroom, man. Taxi!
Yeah, you bring a $3 hat, you leave it on the table, and that's all. He'll come back. Who would leave this? Who would leave this chapeau on the table?
I like that you guys have thought this through.
That's a great way I'd get out of paying for a $400 dinner. I'd order the most expensive stuff and go, I'm going to leave my hat or an empty wallet that I bought on the way over.
I would just leave a kid that I picked up outside. Watch my son. I'll be right back.
Yeah, oh, it's cute. It doesn't look like you.
Nice.
It's Asian.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right.
We did it, man. Sherrod, thank you. Race Wars rules every Wednesday night with Kurt, 7 to 9, and then you got anything else?
I'm working on a new show. We're just trying to get this A&E show together. It's going to start airing in June. Opie, you coming on? Jimmy's coming on. I'm coming on. Yes.
When
I'm
coming
on.
Yes, Neg.
When do you want me?
I'm going back on TV.
When can I do it?
Probably June.
I'm
First
busy.
week in June.
I'll be there. I don't know.
First or second. It's going to be June.
That
so
would you let me know. Doesn't matter. I'm fine. I'm available.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah, I
Need
try
a
to play
DJ,
casual for a
Sherrod?
second. Like,
Probably.
You know,
Yeah.
it depends. I mean, I got a lot of stuff going on. But if you're looking maybe over this, you let me know.
I'll have my people call you people.
Yeah. Let me know if they don't play back.
How's July 4th?
Yeah.
July 4th.
Fine. New Year's Eve, I'll audition. Sure. It's one of the best roast lines ever. Rich Voss said to this comedian Maurice, "You audition on New Year's Eve." That's such a devastating slam.
That is
and Coulter, what do we got?
Yes, what are you promoting?
Nothing. I
Just
can't
hanging?
get anything done until Trump is president. I'm supposed to be writing another book this year, but I can't think about anything else.
So you're going to just wait it out?
It's going to be fun, though.
Yeah.
I was planning on until Trump got in, and I never noticed him particularly. I never thought much of him. It was the Mexican rapist speech that got
Won
me.
you over.
Won me over. But before then, looking at the rest of these guys, and you can see why now. You see the rest of them on stage with their talking points and their teeny tiny little issues. And I'm going to have a program to connect the veterans with jobs. And this is what you're talking about. Talk about the wall and America's greatness. So I was just going to leave the country. I mean, not like a Rosie O'Donnell or whoever said it, Alec Ball, I'm leaving the country. But I couldn't have defended any of these Republicans on TV and pretended I really liked them. And I just thought, I've always wanted to learn French. I'll just go to France for a few months, take off the election year. And then Trump came along and changed my life.
It's amazing, though.
She's so crazy. I love her.
It's amazing. Yeah, she's nuts. Ann Coulter's nuts.
But I love it. Love it.
I smell nuts.
Oh, my God.
She's nuts.
Some of the best crazy you can find.
I've said that on many dates. Why do I like this girl so much?
That's a familiar smell. I'm just surprised that the establishment, they had 8 years to figure out, who they could push forward, and that's what they
picked. Jeb
pushed.
exclamation
They
point
really
and
believe
little
Jeb.
Rubio.
Little Rubio. Who would have been better for them, you think?
Yeah, that's a good question. 'Cause
I don't know enough about those.
There was no hope for any of them once Trump came along.
No, someone maybe that
Trump
didn't go for it.
Like, who's a rising star? Maybe the South Carolina governor? Is she?
Oh, good grief, no.
No.
Oh, good
Heavens no.
grief,
They try to act
no.
like it, but God, she's so awful.
No, she's like the Indian Rubio, an utter non-entity minority being obsessively pushed by the leadership of the Republican Party.
Right.
Can we vote on this? It turns out not what we're looking. No, I think she's probably ended her career, as has Ben Sass. Well, obviously Eric Cantor. It's all about immigration. Immigration is jobs. Immigration is the economy. People see what's happening to their communities. Immigration is crime. Immigration is everything. And the country has been being overwhelmed.
Maybe the next
and
Republican
that's why
star.
he's running away with it.
The next Republican star may be a gay dude. What happened to the Fireside? Who was the gays who the CPAC won't let come to the convention and shit?
Actually, they turned out not to be that conservative.
What's the name of that group, though? What's the name of that?
Go Proud. I was their first speaker. There's a big thing about whether they can speak. It's starting to look like they just wanted a Chiron so they could go on TV, because now they're
not as
I'm
conservative.
turning against my party. Please hire me, MSNBC. Please hire me. At least one of them. It's a little disappointing.
They gotta let the gays in now. The Republican Party, what they do with their own gays is ridiculous.
I hate to say it, but we are the gay party. That's why Trump stands out as an alpha male. Did you see the Republicans running?
Yeah. They're all fucking misshapen, emasculated bottoms.
Rubio doing the same talking points 4 times is just humiliating.
That will be taught 100 years from now at the Kennedy School. Yeah.
Like, what a stiff jerk off this guy
Yes.
is.
Rubio?
Yeah.
Oh, he's the worst.
That Christie moment was just one for the ages.
I like Chris Christie. I mean, and he's not my. I enjoy him in that realm. I don't like his dumb fucking speech about how there's a carpenter watching. Shut up.
Yeah.
But I do like him.
The individual.
I like
Pointing out the individual drives me nuts.
Smashed Rubio.
Somewhere there's a mother working a third job.
Exactly. Then let her work without you fucking talking about her. What does Rubio bother me so much? He looks like
it's his ears.
Looks like the first season of Joni Loves Chachi.
The huge flappy ears.
He's got giant ears.
He looks, he hasn't passed through puberty yet. He sweats a lot. I think that is puberty. You guys sweat a lot during puberty. He's guzzling water like a rabies victim. There's something the matter with him.
Yeah, he really is a thirsty man.
And he's the one Fox News has been pushing on us. I started, I live tweet the debate, and toward the end of each Republican debate, I started like 10 minutes in doing that. You guys will remember the Karnak the Magnificent thing. Yeah. I predict every analyst, Frank Luntz, the body language woman will say Marco Rubio won the debate. Every time Karnak the Magnificent was right. And then, the polls would come out and everyone would say Trump won the debate.
Wow, yeah, he's a thirsty guy.
He took a beat.
He's very sweaty in this video.
My, when he did that joke about, to me, he lost when he did that thing that I brought my own water.
Yeah.
Can you please play that one more time?
It's one of my favorite things.
The epic bomb that this is. This is literally one of the greatest moments in politics.
California has a drought, and so that's why I made sure I brought my own water.
He's looking around for the huge applause.
That fucking turd smile that his wife probably goes, I want them to see the Marco that I see.
Yeah.
Either that or she doesn't want this asshole becoming president. And he's like, should I do the water joke? And she's like, how can I wreck his career? Yes, honey, do that.
That bombed.
Yeah, because she's fucking some guy that lives in town and she doesn't want to move to the White House. So she's like, how can I sabotage his career?
He had a better chance doing a water joke in Flint, Michigan.
It was his reach under. That was so terrible. And he was so proud of himself.
He had a lot of confidence.
Fucking
lot of confidence in that one.
He delivered that like a little kid.
He looked around like, why aren't you guys laughing? This is my best stuff.
Yeah, you know what it should have said under him? Toothy asshole smiles during bomb. Just smiled, and he couldn't take that fucking smile off his face. Oh, my God. There it is. Keep smiling, dumbbell. That's the end of the presidency, right in that moment.
It's a beautiful story, though, because I don't know if you heard, but his father was a bartender.
What? I haven't heard this yet. What happened?
Every 10 seconds when he talks.
I know.
That's part of the robotic thing. So his father was a bartender. He got to be a senator, run for president, and now he gets to be a bartender.
That's a really cool
American
and makes
story.
it hurt.
But she's right. It is a beautiful American story. My father, some of you who have lost people to drunk drivers, my father served them. Good. My father provided them with the poison that put you in a wheelchair. Shut up, Marco. Fucking asshole. I don't care what your father did. You know the guy whose cum I am? He served drinks. Yeah, applause. Give a fuck what he did for a living. Who cares what his job was?
That's another thing I love about Trump. All these guys with their humble origins crap stories. And Trump just comes along and says, I grew up wealthy and it was great.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
And the entire working class supports him. You don't have to be the thing you want
to represent.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can't help the poor if you're one of them.
Right. And the Kasich with his mailman father, and
yeah, I don't care what their parents did. It's not relevant to me what your father did to make a living.
Yeah,
at all.
Bill Clinton didn't know his father. His mother seems a mess.
Yeah,
and he was all right.
Oh, you know what Reagan's father did?
No.
I don't know either.
No.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's a great point.
I don't care.
No.
I don't care what Clinton's or any of them. I don't care what Jimmy Carter's father did.
His father.
Either do I. That's so interesting. I
bet
don't
you his father was a bad man.
Well, he probably owned a slave plantation. Reagan was old.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, fucking Robert Reed played him in Roots. That's my dad. But I don't think it's relevant at all to I don't care where they came from. It means nothing to me. They're trying too hard to tie themselves into real Americans. Just tell me what you're going to do.
Yeah, and they're all fixed.
Yeah,
Reading
they are.
talking points from the think tanks. Okay, we have to wrap this up because you're
That's
driving me
right.
crazy that we're talking about politics when I have to go.
Yeah, 10:40.
All right, let's
We're
get
done.
out of here.
I will
so
be in
much
Portland,
fun,
Oregon. Not this weekend. Next weekend on Friday, I'm in Portland. Saturday, I'm in Denver, and then the following week, Thursday, Friday, Philadelphia and Delaware. I'm very, very happy.
Booyakashat.
Thank you very much.
You're going to kill that.
Yeah.
I wish I could
Bring
be
me back
there. I
something
love
from the
Portland.
road. Bring me back something.
I don't draw well there, but I think this one's going pretty well.
I'm surprised.
It's going great.
Yeah, they don't. They've never given a whole lot of Jim Norton love in Portland.
Oh, really?
No.
They'll change it this time.
Oh, they could have done without me.
Do you have any Trailblazer jokes?
I certainly do. Wait till I get in there and fucking open up. I can't name one goddamn Trailblazer.
Who can?
Okay, I'm late. I'm not.
All right, Ann Coulter, thank you.
Talk to you later.
Dennis, take us out. It's St. Patty's Day. I got to promote a podcast, the Opie Radio podcast. New episode today. Dick Cavett returns with stories about Hollywood's past, along with Gilbert Gottfried. It was a great episode. Then we go back to 2005 to Dick's first appearance on the show. Subscribe and review us on iTunes, the Opie Radio podcast. All right? With that, Dennis, great job, buddy.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to
Poor
you.
Denny got turned down for a photo.
I want to take a picture with Ann.
And she said no.
No, she was. She's 10 minutes late. She's like, I'm just leaving. Poor Denny.
Well, I had a good time today. Hopefully
Although
you
there's
did
video
too.
of you guys together.
All right, no problem.
All right, take us out.
We'll screen cap.
That was it?
All right, let's start it over again. Instant replay.
Well, I have one.
Yes.
How about this to wrap up? How about photographs and memories? Something you won't have from today.
Thank you. I did have fun today.
We love you, Denny.
Wasn't that a
great.
party?
That was great.